an hour drive to the tri-state, hour 13 to 3:55, coming inbound about 55 minutes. Next reports, 408 News Radio 1059 WBBM.
With AccuWeather, highs around 70 degrees today, not too many clouds out. Partly to mostly cloudy tonight, and we do expect some rain, maybe even some thunder. Lows will dip down to about 53 tomorrow. Could start off with a morning shower, then a mix of clouds and sunshine the rest of the day. Breezy with a high of 74 expected. Mostly sunny, 66 right now in Chicago. It's 3:59.
Featuring the news that matters and breaking news at any time. This is Chicago's news, traffic, and weather station. News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Coming up in the next half hour on News Radio WBBM, one man is dead, another is critically wounded following a shooting this morning on Chicago's north side.
Chicago's public schools chief gets a subpoena from Washington. I'm political editor Jeff Buckles at City Hall with what a congressional committee wants to know.
Plus, the Senate votes to withhold paychecks for members during government shutdowns. The latest on that, next from CBS News. WBBM Business.
I'm Tom Busby at Bloomberg. Solid gains on Wall Street today and some new record highs. The Dow shooting up 370 points, the NASDAQ up 233, the S&P adding 57.
It's 4 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour. Your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. Senators say they want to share the burden with federal workers in case of another government shutdown. CBS's Allison Keyes explains.
Senators unanimously approved a resolution to withhold their pay the next time there's a government shutdown until it is over. Republican Senator John Kennedy sponsored the resolution.
Shutting down government, it should not be a default solution.
Senators make $174,000 a year, but many are independently wealthy. The measure takes effect after the November elections, but it does not apply to the U.S. House. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
China's Xi Jinping warns President Trump that the two countries could clash over Taiwan if the issue is not handled properly. CBS News national security contributor Samantha Vinograd says the reunification of Taiwan with China is very important to them.
The U.S. intelligence community has assessed that the Chinese government isn't planning an invasion of Taiwan in 2027, but they're setting the conditions for reunification. And they want both actions and changing words from the United States.
Truck safety advocates call it a major victory. A Supreme Court ruling may open up trucking companies to lawsuits over crashes on the basis of the drivers they hire.
In a unanimous ruling, the U.S. Supreme Court will allow victims of deadly crashes to sue some of America's biggest brokers, which hire trucking companies to move goods.
Delilah Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her.
President Trump during the State of the Union. Though the president focused on the immigration status of the driver, the High Court's ruling in a separate case will allow Coleman's lawsuit against the trucking broker C.H. Robinson to proceed. Heather Bosch, CBS News.
The top spokesman for Health and Human Services, Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has resigned. CBS's Linda Kenyon.
Rich Danker cited irreconcilable differences with the administration, which supported marketing approval of e-cigarette flavors that could appeal to children. Danker's resignation follows the resignation of the FDA Commissioner Marty McCary, who also objected to the approval.
Last week, the Trump administration approved the sale of blueberry and mango-flavored nicotine vaping pods. Across Havana, Cuba, protests have been breaking out as the city deals with the worst rolling blackouts it has had in decades. An ongoing U.S. blockade has been cutting the island off from fuel imports. Cuba's Energy and Mines Minister says that the country has run out of diesel and fuel oil and that the power grid is in a critical state. The U.S. delegation visited Cuba today. This is CBS News.
I want to know what's going on in the world. I'm Tony. There are big questions that all of us are asking. I want to get you the answers. How are you? I'm Tony DeClopo. Join me on the CBS Evening News.
Chicago's News, trafficradio.com.
It's 4:03. Good afternoon. I'm Brandon Eisen in for Lisa Fielding today. We've got 66 degrees, mostly sunny skies in Chicago. That's about to change very soon. This evening we should expect some rain, some thunderstorms, and then we're going to have thunderstorm activity throughout the weekend. We'll check in with AccuWeather at 15 minutes.
Barry Keshner, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Leaders of a committee on Capitol Hill are now ordering Chicago's public schools chief to testify at a hearing next month into what the committee's Republican chairman calls attacks on parental rights.
This subpoena for School Superintendent Dr. Macalyn King is coming at the same time as the Trump administration investigates the district's compliance with the White House's attempt to shut down policies dealing with gender identity and expression. House Education and Workforce Committee Chair Tim Walberg of Michigan says in a statement that the committee has asked Dr. King to appear voluntarily numerous times with no success. So now she's being subpoenaed to appear at a hearing, along with school leaders from California and Virginia. Chairman Walberg says it's the first time he's had to issue a subpoena, but notes that, in his words, the constant refusal to provide testimony further deepens mistrust in our education system. The hearing's set for June 10th. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBBM.
Some major tech companies are being taken to court by a group of Illinois actors and journalists over the use of AI.
The suit targets Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, as well as Adobe, Samsung, and 11 Labs, has been filed by Chicago law firm Lovey & Lovey. Attorneys argue tech companies are in violation of the state's Biometric Information Privacy Act by using the voices of real actors, vocal artists, and journalists to develop their interactive AI assistants. Those involved in the suit say they were never notified or compensated for their voices being used in the process. One attorney quoted as saying they built a billion-dollar industry on stolen voices because they thought no one would make them pay for it. Defendants include Carol Marine, Phil Rogers, and Victoria Nassif. Andy Dane, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
The owners of some older apartments and condo buildings in Chicago could get a little more time to make an important change for the comfort of their residents. Under a proposal advanced by a city council committee, the measure from Northside Alderwoman Angela Clay focuses on buildings with combined heating and cooling systems. Those require workers to physically switch the pipes depending on whether they need cool air or warm air. She told committee members that buildings would have an additional 6 weeks to change their so-called two-pipe systems to keep a minimum temperature of 64 degrees inside their units.
We wanted to talk to the building operators. I want to talk to my engineers. I know the folks who will be pulling the plug on this, so wanted to get their feedback, and they were thoroughly supportive of this.
It's now headed to the full council. An investigation underway after a fire broke out across the street from an elementary school on the city's southwest side. At 1 p.m., the Shire Department responded to the fire at Rockwell and West Pope John Paul II Drive, which is across the street from James Shield Elementary School. Additional equipment and manpower were called to the building, but at this hour, fire officials have not yet commented on whether there were any injuries. A meeting between Evanston leaders and representatives of Northwestern ended with one council member warning that she may stall the opening of Ryan Field if the city doesn't get more information.
Councilmember Periel Davis called the meeting of the Ryan Field Community Advisory Council a waste of her time, left her personally insulted. That's according to Evanston Now, which reports the alderwoman felt a 6-page sustainability report from Northwestern's consultant team was mainly goals without concrete action items. The paper says Davis demanded the university and Oakview Group give more details soon, or she will stall the start date. The university's neighborhood relations director said the plan for things like electric buses would evolve over time, and they may not be able to present some items until the stadium is operating, which is slated for this fall. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A spokesperson for Northwestern says that they will continue to work with the city and the advisory council to further refine their sustainability plan as the process moves forward. A fan is hospitalized after falling out of the stands and into the visiting team's bullpen during the White Sox-Royals game. The incident caused a small delay during the 4th inning of last night's game. Stadium workers used a stretcher to transport the fan out of the bullpen area beyond the wall in right field. There's no word on the fan's condition or their identity. It's 4:08. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Neil Fiorito.
We have a new trouble spot in northwest Indiana. You're heavy on 8094 westbound, central to Kennedy, and then a backup from Torrance to pass to Bishop Ford. So coming out of Indiana there at the Ford, a stalled semi blocking the right lane. As you're making your way downtown tonight, remember Grand Park, Jackson already closed between DuSable Lakeshore Drive and Columbus. That is for the Chase Corporate Challenge race, and that starts tonight after 6 o'clock. So around 6, expect several more closures in Grand Park. Avoid the area. If you don't have to be anywhere near the park, stay far away. Expressways to Eden's coming in. You're at 52 minutes. Still no delays outbound. Kennedy coming inbound. Brake lights Cumberland to pass to Wintrust Mural near North Avenue. Hour 13 in. 35 off the junction. Outbound 43 to Montrose. You'll save 5 in the express lanes. An hour 3 to O'Hare, and a lot of traffic on I-190 to and from the O'Hare terminals. Eisenhower out 1 hour to Manheim. An hour 23 to I-90. Inbounds an hour 20. 50 minutes in from Manheim. Stevenson out 48 just to get to Cicero Avenue. Heading to the Tri-State, you're at 1 hour. If you're headed out toward Bolingbrook at 3:55, an hour and 11 minutes. 55 in for the veterans to the lakefront, 34 in 294. The Dan Ryan outbound, 47, 25 inbound. 57 going out to I-80, you're at 20, and 30 on the outbound Ford, just 17 in from 8094. Typical backups on both sides of the lakefront, roughly in spots to the Gold Coast and Grand Park. Southbound traffic getting into Hyde Park and Jackson Park, a lot of traffic. A lot of traffic on the Tri-State Tollway today. Northbound past 147 to 95th, the Reagan to 290, Bensonville Bridge to Balmoral. Heavy spots southbound from Willow to the ramp to westbound 290. A backup from the Irving Park Toll to Ogden, right around 95th, and from 159 to past Halstead. From the Metro Traffic Center, next report, 418 News Radio 105.9.
With AccuWeather, plenty of sunshine, just a few clouds out.
Frequency mode.
70 degrees, 65 right now in Chicago. Dow's up 370 points. NASDAQ up 233. It's 410.
Hi, I'm Jack Arnold.
It's 410. It's SubX.News on the spot reporting. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry the signal went down exactly at the time that was talking about a shooting this morning. It was by a schools. One guy dead, 2 shot, 1 dead. So we'll hear that back again at the 4:30. We'll hear that back again at the 4:30 news. But there was a homicide this morning by a couple of schools. So thanks for tuning in. We're gonna go see what's going on. As you hear, yeah, downtown is packed up with all this whatever it's gonna be, a marathon or whatever it is. They also have some stages going up in the northern part of Grant Park over there. So there's a bunch of stuff going on here in downtown Chicago, which is okay. In the end, we're gonna have to start looking at it. Are we actually making money off of these things? And you can say, well, John, yeah, we are. Any money that we make off of these events is good. Well, here, the parks are always have been and always should be for the people. So if we're getting $1 million a weekend, right? But 1 million people don't get to use the park, then we need to start talking about, is that what we should be doing with our public spaces, right? Because the public spaces are technically for us, for the residents, not for outsiders to give us money and then walk away. I just gotta say that out loud, right? I agree we should make some money, but I think we've started going a little overboard with shutting down our parks for private use. And now we have all these gates now where you can't even drive in without paying. It's starting to be ridiculous how our park system is being privatized, right? So I just wanted to say that to start off this broadcast. We'll see what's going on. Maybe I'll listen to some crime news, see what's happening there, try to catch up, right? I don't know what's going on with my radio here. There we go. Then we'll go through our regular stops.
08095.
It's funny, everybody keeps saying that crime is down. It's funny that the CTA came out with a statistic that said crime is down on the CTA the same day that one of their bus drivers was kidnapped. I don't think that's ever happened in the history of the CTA, that a bus driver was kidnapped. Yet, that's the same day they decide to release statistics showing that crime is down. I don't know why the city keeps doing that, right? Why they try to keep portraying that it's safe in our city when it's not, right? It's just not. I mean, you have to be careful on where you go and what you do. I always say the city is a great city and you can go do whatever you need to do, but it's not a safe space. It's not safe to be a pedestrian. It's not safe to be a bicyclist. It's not safe to drive a car. None of those things are safe right now in the city. You have to watch what you're doing, right? But yet the city decides to keep doubling down, tripling down, quadrupling down on these statistics, right, that say everything is okay when it's not. And the second part of this is I have a guy now that's he posted some weird statistics saying that crime is down in the city, and then I said, yeah, but we're down 1 million people. So we had 1,000 crimes 10 years ago, and we had 3 million people. And now we only have 500 crimes, and we have 2 million people. Is crime down? No, it's not down. It's absolutely not down. And if you do the math, if you do the real math, it's actually up, right? Because of density. That's another part of talking about crime, right? How dense is... Oh, there's an accident right there, right? That guy's looking the other way there. See that guy right there? I don't know why he doesn't have that jumper. Why is he using cables, right? That's true. Those guys should have the jump box, right? Everybody has one of those. Jump. You know what I'm talking about? It's a little battery pack that you put it on the battery and it jumps the car. So there you go. There's a car stalled right on the S-curve southbound, right? Can I turn around here or not? Let's go again. I'll get a picture for whatever here. Let's see if I can turn around here, right? I'll take a picture, throw it up there, right? Because people always say, oh, that didn't happen. You don't know what you're talking about. All that kind of crazy stuff. So we're gonna go. SubX.News on the spot reporting here. We're at the S-curve, little south of the S-curve. If you see, there's a car stalled. I think he's trying to jump it there. That guy's a maniac. No plates, tinted windows, and he's beeping at everybody. There you go, right? There's a car stalled out there on SubX.News on the spot reporting. There's a car stalled out here on the S-curve. He's jumping him. One of the things I asked is, why doesn't this guy have one of those jumper boxes? Why is he actually trying to jump him physically, right? He should have one of those. It's a little battery pack where he can just jump the car and get it out of the way. Because you see, he's now turned the opposite way, the tow truck driver. So he's going to have to turn around again, and he should be blocking the guy in the back, not from the front. That's what I would say, but I'm not a tow truck driver, and I'm just talking. So there you go. Stalled vehicle here on Lakeshore Drive, a little south of the S-curve here. We're at Walton. Right. SubX.News on the spot reporting. There's a... Alright, there you go. Right. Let's see what's going on here with this car. This is our first incident here. So the idea here is it an efficient way to get rid of cars? Maybe he should have towed the guy away already. I don't know. I mean, it's rush hour, right? Stalled car here just south of the S-curve near Walton on Lakeshore Drive southbound. Looks like he's trying to jump the car, maybe. .4:15 p.m. May 14, 2026.
David. Look for Chicago red light, please. West Adams. Parked at the male has a black handgun, male black 5'8" truck lock. Wearing a black hoodie, red t-shirt, black pants. No further information. Go to please. Charlie. 88 Charlie. Negative number for Grand at the red line. 08179. 08179. 7388 Adam. 88 Adam. Please have a VIN number for a blue line platform check at Cicero. 08183. 08183. Ready for info Belmont and Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane. Caller says there's a metal object in the left lane going south.
Something going on there, two unmarked squad. Looks like he's not starting that car, right?
Police surveillance said starting the worker, stealing male black green and gray sweater, blue jeans, yellow, black, and white scarf in his head, a case of pops in his hand, feature ripping offender, no weapon seen. Second district phone 7.
7389 Charlie.
89 Charlie.
Can I get a number for 69? Red line.
07873. 07873. 88 Adam.
That number for a platform check. Little Ryan at Kippy.
07881. 07881. Alright, for my Lakeshore Drive minutes, we're getting this 9 North Lakeshore Drive. There's a white Honda Civic. So it's traffic.
That's the white Honda Civic right there.
902 North Lakeshore Drive, southbound lane. I'll call the street station.
Number for the red line in Chicago, please.
83 Charlie.
Can I get a number for 69 on the red line? 7389 Charlie.
89 Charlie.
Can I get a number for 69 red line?
She just towed that car off their drive. That's it.
07873.
That's what I would do.
Unit 22 in Citywide, we have an assault in progress. 9560 South Austin Street.
It's dangerous.
McDonald's calling it. Ron is manager calling, and then group of females just fired.
0781. 0781.
Supervisor, no weapons free, still at McDonald's. Further zone 9.
Alright, for my Lakeshore 9 minutes, we're getting a message. Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane. There's a white Honda Civic stalled in traffic.
Where's that, Esquire?
902 North Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane.
3215. I'll handle it.
Alright, thanks. I'll call Streets and Sands.
386 David.
86 David.
Black, event number for the red line in Chicago, please.
07929
There's something going on at a McDonald's on the south side.
83 Charlie.
Can I get a number for 69th and the red line?
07933. 07933.
We need to get that car out of the road there. That's what I would do if it don't start.
Number for Grand and red line.
07939. 07939.
Count plan is now $1,600. Today's day is May 14th. This is Chicago point-to-point radio with an all-call message. This all-call message is to be requested and broadcasted every hour on the hour for the next 48 hours. Wanted for leaving for the scene of a fatal hit-and-run traffic crash accident. Reported under RDJK 252479 is a 2006 Honda Element, orange in color, with Illinois license plates Eddie Zebra 32137 on Tuesday, May 12, 2026, at approximately 23:12 hours. This vehicle fatally struck the victim while he was changing his tires at 6835 South Pulaski Road. The offending vehicle did not stop and continued northbound on Pulaski. This offending vehicle frequents the 8th District in Chicago, Illinois. If located, secure the vehicle, but do not touch or enter the vehicle. Also notify Area 1 detectives at 312-747-8380 or pass 1115. This is Chicago point-to-point radio clear. 389 boy.
89 boy.
Can we have a red number please for 793 red line, the platform?
That guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's Department of Transportation. He's not a car repairman. He should remove the car off the road. That's what he should do.
387 boy.
There's a cop now here, right?
Yeah, number for upper end.
See the cop right there?
07964. 07964.
78 Eddie.
7388 Eddie.
Northing 5 orange, red sign, southbound flat, check.
07975. 07975.
5950 on the freeway.
5950.
Yeah, squad 5950. We're participating in a joint operation arrest with the ATF at 7329 South Cottage. The zone's pretty busy, so I didn't come over here with it.
Alright, 10-4. That event number is going to be 07985. 07985.
10-4, thanks. 4734.
4734.
Good afternoon, K9 City 1.
Good afternoon.
386 boy, take the event number for Jackson Road.
08002. 080.
Remove the car off the drive, so because it's in the middle of rush hour. You kind of get what I'm trying to say here? You remove the car. You got a tow truck, remove it. So that yellow truck is Department of Transportation. That means you keep the roads moving. You should just pick up the car, pull it off the drive. There's plenty of space to pull it off.
629 westbound Roosevelt.
Roosevelt from where?
It's like he can't make a decision, right? It shows the dysfunction, right? You have a rush hour, you remove the car and let them fix it or tow it from another space, right?
86 Charlie.
Event number Clark and Lake Blue Line, please.
08034. 08034.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
CK Jack Roosevelt in the red.
They're talking or something. You see that there? I don't know if you see that. I don't know what they're talking about there with the cop and the tow truck guy, right?
Adam Boy Charlie.
And we're listening to 430 News then, right?
Event number 4.
This is an interesting thing to watch, right? How long are they going to be out there, right?
Roosevelt red line.
Let's listen to 430 News, right? Tow the guy off the road, man. That's what they need to do. Not fix the car. You don't fix the car in the middle of the road. That's all I gotta say.
Congressional lawmakers subpoena the CEO of Chicago Public Schools to testify at an upcoming summer hearing.
This is Nancy Hardy. Residents urge Blue Island leaders to say no to a proposed data center on the site of a vacant hospital.
Plus, the war in Iran tops the list of discussion topics between President Trump and his Chinese counterpart at their ongoing summit. WBBM Sports, Cubs and Braves wrap up their series in Atlanta. The White Sox go for a sweep of the Royals on the south side. WBBM Business.
More record highs on Wall Street today, helped by renewed demand for AI stocks. The Dow up 370 points, the Nasdaq up 233, the S&P adding 57. I'm Tom Busby, Bloomberg.
Mostly sunny, 65 degrees in Chicago. It's 4:31. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson is now set to leave at the end of the month for the Vatican and a visit with Chicago-born Pope Leo. WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles reports that the mayor plans to deliver a message of gratitude.
We didn't want it just to make this a political trip.
Mayor Johnson says the visit, set to begin May 26th, is the result of talks over the last year with the Holy See around what he sees as the values he shares with the Pope.
His moral clarity around my policies and my executive orders, I believe, is a strong match. Where faith and labor and government can all come together.
In an extensive interview in his office here, he tells me he especially sees alignment in their shared opposition to the immigration policies of the Trump administration.
How do we treat our neighbor? Who is our neighbor? Right? And it's not defined by borders. It's defined by our collective humanity.
There is one area where the two differ. Leo's famously a White Sox fan. The mayor's a Cubs fan. Mayor Johnson says he'll include Cubs swag in the gifts he plans to present the Pope when they meet.
I'm not sure if he's going to wear the gift I'm going to bring him.
We'll keep you posted on that. We're with the mayor at City Hall, Jeff Buckles. News Radio 1059. WBBM.
The Republican-led House Committee has subpoenaed Chicago Public Schools CEO Macklin King. She's been called to testify on June 10th, and the hearing will focus on the district's compliance with civil rights and student privacy laws. Last year, CPS faced intense pressure from the Education Department over a program aimed at bolstering academic support and other resources for black students. Legislation aimed at making car insurance more affordable for Illinois drivers is advancing in Springfield.
The state Senate has given the green light to Senate Bill 714.
Finally, they got it out of here, right?
Companies raising drivers' premiums by over 10%.
That's what he should have did a while ago, but I guess it would have been unsafe.
State Alexi Janulia says the legislation would also give the Illinois Department of Insurance the ability to determine if insurance providers are offering, quote, excessive, inadequate, or unfairly discriminatory rates. Statewide, Janulia says those rates increased by 18% in 2024. Bill
they finally got the car off the
Andy Day, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Drive here at 4:33 p.m. May 14, 2026.
Government shutdown.
Senators unanimously approved a resolution to withhold their pay the next time there's a government shutdown until it is over. Republican Senator John Kennedy sponsored the resolution.
Shutting down government should not be a default solution.
Senators make $174,000 a year, but many are independently wealthy. The measure takes effect after the November elections, but it does not apply to the U.S. House. Allison Keyes, CBS News, Washington.
Vice President J.D. Vance takes his anti-fraud message to the state of Maine.
The Vice President's anti-fraud task force is cracking down on Medicare and Medicaid.
That's
fraud.
our first story today, right?
Taxpayers should not suffer the consequences.
We want the fraudsters, and we want the bureaucrats who enable the fraud. We want those people to suffer the consequences.
Vance told a crowd in Bangor, Maine, that misuse of government social programs harms every American.
You've got an administration in Washington, D.C. that is fighting for you, fighting to protect your tax dollars.
The Vice President's visit came ahead of Maine's primary elections. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
A new bill on Capitol Hill would crack down on private equity firms involved in youth sports.
The Let Kids Play Act would ban what it calls vulture practices in kids' sports, like forcing families to stay at specific hotels during tournaments, charging them hidden fees, and locking them into multi-year contracts that can't be canceled.
Wall Street and private equity have no business in kids' sports.
Washington State Congresswoman Democrat Pramila Jayapal is pushing the legislation.
No kid should miss out on playing sports because their parents cannot afford these ridiculous fees.
Michael Wallace, CBS News.
A now ground airline is facing new legal action. CBS's Trim Krasula explains.
Several terminated workers have filed a lawsuit saying Spirit Airlines failed to give proper layoff notices when it abruptly shut down earlier this month. The legal action also claims that the company's management misled employees about the chances of Spirit staying in business.
The lawsuit also claims Spirit still owes workers back pay and benefits even after shutting down. Gas prices are higher than ever, and every penny counts. Traffic team and listeners are tracking the lowest gas prices across the Chicago area.
Let's get back to the radio calls, right? There's a bunch of things that just happened. I see on the scanner that a bunch of stuff happened. Let's hear what's going on.
Unit 7 on the citywide, we're getting a battery in progress. 69th in Peoria, 69th. Group of teens, emails fighting, nothing further. Zone 6 clear.
Alright, we're getting a call of a fire over at 430 Southwestern, the blue line at Western Forest Park, for sparks and smoke coming from the track.
383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
Blue line,
Red line,
CTA fire on the tracks on Western.
08315, 08315, 86 Charlie.
Parker Lake, Blue Line.
Alright, blue line, she said.
Alright, we're getting a call of a fire over at 430 Southwestern, the blue line at Western Forest Park, for sparks and smoke coming from the track.
383 Eddie.
Forest Park train.
83 Eddie.
Red line, 35th, please.
08315, 08315, 86 Charlie.
Parker Lake, Blue Line, please.
08318, 08318.
701 Sam.
7801 Sam.
See something Monroe Station, there's smoke coming from the train.
Yeah, 430 Southwestern, blue line, Western Forest Park. So there's sparks and smoke coming from the track. There's a third party caller.
430 Southwestern. 10-4 to look on the cameras.
Okay, thank you.
73
Alright, I had 2 units coming in.
30.
3215, is that you trying to come in?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's my radio. It's really messed up. Beacon 19 Falls is 900 North Lakeshore Drive job. And what did you have going on at Belmont?
Belmont and Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lanes, the caller said there was a metal object in the left lane. And we did call streets and sand.
99 squad. Still going there.
Alright, 10-4.
738. 7388 Eddie.
88 Eddie.
Can I get a number for Northern Platform Red Line?
08340, 08340.
7383 George.
83 George.
Roosevelt Bus, TDA 69. Eastbound at Texas.
08342, 08342.
7387 Adam.
87 Adam.
Jeff Park Blue Line.
08349, 08349.
Yeah. Fire at Western Blue.
Alright, 10-4.
7383 Adam.
83
red line. 08361, 08361.
2388 Adam.
88 Adam.
Please have an event number for a Blue Line platform check at Illinois Medical District.
08379, 08379.
So we're caught up on the radio calls. We can go back just a hair bit to the, maybe I should go here, and I know we missed a couple of calls here. Let's see. We'll try that out.
Up 8629, westbound Roosevelt.
Roosevelt from where?
Washington.
08030, 08030.
7386 Charlie.
86 Charlie.
Event number Clark and Lake Blue Line, please.
08034, 08034.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
CTA check for Roosevelt in the red.
08039, 08039.
7304 Adam Boy Charlie.
84 Adam Boy and Charlie.
Event number for Roosevelt.
Roosevelt red line. 08058, 08058.
Number Terminac Leavon.
08087, 08087.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
Ashley Boat from 55th southbound.
08095, 08095. 388 David. 88 David. What's that? Clark and Division on the red line. 08102, 08102. Alright, we're getting a person with a gun over at the Blue Line, Chesterton Park, 4917 North Milwaukee. Color says a male black wearing a black jacket, tie-dye jeans, is waving a gun. Blue Line, Chesterton Park. It doesn't say where exactly he is. It just says male black jacket, tie-dye jeans, waving a gun.
7387 Adam. That's 15 Noah West.
Okay, 10-4.
7387, I'm head that way as well.
Alright, 10-4. Unit 9 citywide, a person with a gun, 3924 South Archer, 3 male Hispanic teens keep tapping on the location window. And she thinks they have a BB gun. They keep passing it around to each other. One subject has on a red hoodie. The other one has on a black one. Nothing further than District 13.
7383 Adam.
87. Was that 87 Adam?
7383 Adam.
83 Adam. Go ahead.
Number 479 red line.
08128. 08128.
Unit 20. 2223. Can you go again?
You're on the simulcast.
You said you're going into the district?
You're still on the simulcast.
Jensen 60th Citywide at the Blue Line, Jefferson Park. Person only got 33s out. He doesn't see anything. Slow down, slow down.
Alright, they're giving a slowdown now for that person that's gone over at the Blue Line, Jefferson Park. Unit 10-7 and on the citywide, we're getting a battery in progress, 69th and Holstead. Holstead is 59. Holstead, there's about 20 kids jumping on one kid in the middle of the street, so what's the speed?
further.
There you go. Fire truck without a number. That means it's a temp truck. Fire truck without a number. See that right in front of us? Has no number on it.
Chicago red line, please.
See that there? That one right there.
08171. 08171.
There's some blue lights in front of us too. So we're gonna go see what's going on here, right?
Units 15 and citywide, we're getting a person with a gun. 4000 block of West Adams. Caller said the male has a black handgun. Male black, 5'8", dreadlocks. Wearing a black hoodie, red t-shirt, black pants. No further information. 012 clear. 7388 Charlie.
No numbered fire truck, right?
88.
Can I get a number for Grand and the red light?
It's got no number, right? That's a temp truck. What's up, Mizzy Dort?
7388 Adam.
88 Adam.
Please send a VIN number for a blue line platform check at Cicero.
What's up, Mizzy Dort? We're in downtown, seeing what's going on here. There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Belmont and Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane. The caller says there's a metal object.
We already heard this, right?
Going southbound.
So we're at a rerun. So what we'll jump now forward, right, to what we missed.
3215.
Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
so my
jump.
PC doesn't work, so I can't log in.
We'll jump to here, maybe, right? We'll see what's going on here.
Alright, we're getting a call of a fire over at 430 Southwestern, the blue line at Western Forest Park, for sparks and smoke coming from the truck.
No number fire truck.
383 Eddie.
Instead of going to Rome, why don't we get some new trucks? 4:45 p.m.
08315.
May 14, 2026, southbound Michigan Avenue.
Parking Lake, flood line, please.
08318. 08318.
701 Sam.
7001 Sam.
See something row station has smoke coming from the train.
Yeah, 430 Southwestern, blue line, Western Forest Park. So there's sparks and smoke coming from the track. It was a third party caller.
430 Southwestern. 10-4 to look on the cameras.
Okay, thank you.
738.
Alright, I had 2 units coming in.
30.
38215, is that you trying to come in?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's my radio. It's really messed up. Beacon 19 Falls is 900 North Lakeshore Drive job. And what did you have going on at Belmont?
Belmont and Lakeshore Drive in the southbound lane. The caller said there was a metal object in the left lane. And we did call streets and fans.
99 squad. Shut up going there.
Alright, 10-4.
738. 7388 Eddie.
88 Eddie.
Can I get a number for North Wing 5 on red line?
08340. 08340.
7383 George.
83 George.
Roosevelt bus, PD869. Eastbound at Texas.
08342. 08.
Don't come down there. There's a lot of bad traffic because they're having some race or something tonight.
87 Adam.
Jeff Park Blue Line.
08349. 08349.
901 Sam.
7301 Sam.
Yeah, not seen any smoke or anything on fire at the Western Blue.
Alright, 10-4.
7383 Adam.
83 Adam.
The number for 79th and red line.
08361. 08361.
7388 Adam.
88 Adam.
Please have a bed number for a blue line platform check at Illinois Medical District.
08379, 08379.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
Access bus on 51st Street, northbound.
08409, 08409.
Unison 25 and Citywide, we're getting a theft in progress. 1710 North Costner Avenue, floor 1. Caller says male Hispanic, wearing a brown hat, gray top, and black pants is shoplifting. No information, so 12 clear.
7386 Adam. 7386 Adam.
Yeah, call an ambulance for an on-view disturbance. Two parties over at Roosevelt State, right in front of the orange line.
Roosevelt State, that's where we'll head to. That's what's happening now, right?
Alright, 10-4, hold it fire headed over there.
Sun's going on over there, right?
86 Adam, are they at street level?
Yeah, we're on street. We're actually on Roosevelt in between Wabash and State at the entrance by Dunkin' Donuts.
Alright, on Roosevelt between Wabash and State by the Dunkin' Donuts.
By the Dunkin' Donuts, that's where we're headed, right?
83 Frank.
There's police activity right there, right?
Bus number 1004 from Homestead to...
Alright, it's gonna be 08439, 08439. 7386 Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be for two separate parties involved. I don't know if we need flamers. I think one should be fine.
Alright, so far, we have one headed over there. If they need a second one, they'll order it on their end. Do you need a paper car over there? Alright, so far. 83 David.
You can platform check for the red line division in Clark.
08449, 08449.
7388 Charlie.
88 Charlie.
Numbers for Grand and the Red.
08455, 08455.
7383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
35th red line, please.
08458, 08458.
7387 boy.
87 boy.
Your number for upper and middle.
08470, 08470.
Lots of cops out there for this event, right? The chase event.
7387 Adam.
And they're building a stage there. I think that's for the Blues Fest, too. Coming up or something.
08472, 08472.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam. 86 Adam.
Disregard fund.
Alright, 10-4. The first district did get a call about it too, so 123, oh, I think they're on scene already.
Unison 22 and Citywide, we have a battery in progress. 8834 South Halsted Street, 8834 South Halsted Street. Kenneth Banks is calling. His sister owns this home and the tenants inside are physically fighting. Unknown if weapon is drinking or drugs. Two male black are fighting. Caller not on scene. Police can get in through the side door. Zone 9, District 22 clear.
7383 Adam.
83 Adam.
Yeah, squad. This is an event number for 95th on a red line, south side.
08508, 08508.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
Access bus southbound from 46th Street.
08521, 08521.
386 David.
86 David.
Could I have a number for the red line in Chicago?
08528, 08528.
1233, units in 12, units in citywide. Panic alarm, 415 South Morgan, 415 South Morgan. Panic alarm from app under the bridge. Cook County Circuit Court Judge, nothing further, zone 3 clear.
7383 Frank.
83 Frank.
Could you show me riding the 79th Street bus from Honoree to Ashland? Bus number 8529.
08548. 08548.
So there's some kind of a chase event. I think it's a race, which is good, but you're going to see all of this extra security here.
I'm sorry, who is coming in? You got
And you just heard on the radio that judges got special security to push a button and get police. Now you see all these trucks. So trucks are okay, I guess, for protecting certain things, but in the end, are we getting compensated for all of this stuff? Look, it's good that we have tourists, it's good that we have events, but in the end, are we getting paid for all of this equipment that we have out here? You kind of get what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of equipment out here. You're going to see all those trucks, right? And you're going to say, yeah, we need it because it keeps it safe. But are we getting compensated for it? Or are the taxpayers paying for it? If you're going to have an event, which is cool, then you need to pay for it. Otherwise, you have to keep the city safe. You see what I'm talking about? And people say, well, that's the reality of today. Well, no, it doesn't have to be the reality of today. We can be safe. There are cities that are safe that don't have violence. It's called proactive policing. It's called police intelligence. You see, there's cops sitting right there. See the cops sitting right there? This cop sitting right there on the concrete. You see that there? See that right there? So, it's great that we have an event. It's great that we're going to make some money, but was there cost benefit there? Are we getting the money back for putting on these events? Is it coming back into the city? Is this actual money flowing back into the neighborhoods? Because the neighborhoods are what paying for all of this, right? Through the taxes, right? Through our taxes, we pay for all of this equipment. It's great that we have an event. But in the end, do we get the money back into the neighborhoods? What money comes back to us that we're paying for this? You're going to see a bunch of salt trucks up here, right? Which is all right. I guess the Chicago is kind of weird because they use salt trucks for crowd control, which you shouldn't. Salt trucks should never be used for crowd control, and they use it for crowd control in Chicago. I've already written about that, right? So you see that here? You got all these trucks. You got paying these guys good money. They're making really good money, those guys, which is okay. Again, but is that money coming back into our neighborhoods? Is all of these resources that we're spending, are we getting paid back for it? And we don't need to make a profit. I get it's the government. It should be 1 for 1. That's okay with me. But does that money come back? Then when they have the event, this chase event, is that money coming back into our neighborhoods? That's the question we should start asking, right? Because we're actually giving up our resources, which is the manpower here, and secondly, we're giving up our spaces, our public spaces. There's a lot of these events that are happening in our city, and are we getting the money back as residents? If not, then we need to stop it. We need to cancel all of that kind of stuff and focus on building businesses, building factories, lowering taxes, lowering fees. That's what we should do. If these events aren't returning back to the citizens, then we should start stopping them. That's my view. But maybe they're making us money and then we can continue them. But we're now at it's called an event economy. That's where we're at now. And that's why we have these influencers. Somebody just commented on my page about crime, that crime is down. And they get paid lots of hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to influence and to do social media to counter the realities on the streets of Chicago. So again, why would you spend that much money on social media if it's safe, right? If it's safe to go to Rome, then it should be safe for everybody to go to Rome. If it's safe for the judge, then why does he have a panic button? You kind of get where I'm going here? It's not safe. That's why we know that, right? Take it easy, everybody. I'm making a video too of this, and I'm live too on Facebook. It's now 4:59. We're going to listen to some news. All right. Is it safe? We need to start asking that question, right? Is it safe?
New record highs. The Dow shooting up 370 points. The Nasdaq up 233. The S&P adding 57.
It's 5 o'clock.
Are we having a cost-benefit return on these big events?
Your home for original reporting.
And if our city is so safe, why do we need so much security out here?
Supreme Court preserves access to the widely used abortion pill mifepristone while lawsuits play out. CBS's Allison Keyes.
The High Court's decision means women seeking what's known as the abortion pill can continue to get it at pharmacies through the mail without an in-person visit to a doctor. The drug is the most common method of abortion 4 years after the court overturned Roe v. Wade.
Access is likely to remain uninterrupted at least until well into next year as appeals play out in a suit filed by Louisiana. At their summit, China's President Xi Jinping warns President Trump about differences over Taiwan. CBS's Anna Corin in Beijing.
When the cameras left the Great Hall of the People, this was the first remarks that President Xi delivered to Trump, and that is Taiwan is the most important issue in the US-China relationship, and that if mishandled, then it could lead to conflict. And this obviously was Xi drawing his red line.
Russia hammers Ukraine for a third straight day, flattening a Kyiv apartment block and killing at least 9 people. CBS's Aidan Stretch is in Kyiv.
President Zelensky has said was the largest attack on Ukraine of the war. Firefighters are still here. They're excavating the rubble from this building. They're still trying to find folks underneath. We don't know how many people were injured and how many people may still be underneath this pile of rubble.
FBI Director Kash Patel's snorkeling trip is being scrutinized.
Information obtained by the Associated Press shows the FBI director went on a VIP snorkel session last August at the site of the USS Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor, after Director Patel's official visits to Australia and New Zealand. The sunken ship is a military cemetery reachable only by boat and is off limits to snorkeling and diving with rare exceptions. The memorial marks Japan's 1941 attack on Pearl Harbor and is one of the nation's most hallowed sites, where the remains of more than 900 sailors and Marines were entombed. Linda Kenyon, CBS News, Washington.
The Cuban government says CIA Director John Ratcliffe met with officials today from the Ministry of the Interior during a high-level visit to the island. The meeting reportedly served as a platform for Cuba to present evidence asserting that the nation poses no threat to U.S. national security. Meantime, in Havana, protests broke out as the city is hit with the worst rolling blackouts in decades. Resident Rodolfo Alfonso. He says it gave them the motivation to come out to see if even by banging a pot, they will be given at least 3 hours of electricity. This is CBS News.
What is going on?
What's going on here? How is this possible? Great storytelling starts here.
Everybody get me, right? In the old days, we had city festivals. Blues Fest, Chicago Fest, Jazz Fest. That's about it. And we had a few. But we never had these private concerts take over our parks. Never. We never. I don't ever remember that. I don't remember these private concerts down there. Never did. Because it's what? It's public land. Why would you privatize it? It's privatization. And look, I get it. We don't have money and we need to get money whatever way we can. But are we making money off of this stuff? Are we actually? So if we spend $1 million of our resources, right? Are we getting $1 million back? We should make a little bit of profit, but if we're even and we break even, that's fine. I don't think we're making money on this stuff. I really don't. You can say, oh yeah, well we're getting intrinsic because businesses and hotels like, nah, that's not what I'm talking about. If we're spending $1 million of our resources, our city resources, then we should be paid for that. We should be paid for that. And are we getting paid for the use of these public spaces, the right amount of money, right? If they're having these wild events here, Lollapaloozas, races, I get it. Are we getting them? Are we getting the money back? Are we? Because I don't remember us ever having all of these things. We had a marathon here and there, a few races here and there. Now it's like every weekend our downtown is shut down, and that's not fair because the downtown is ours, and we are, like I said earlier, our lakefront is already being blocked, right? We have these gates where you have to pay to get in, right? To the parking lots. So it's not free anymore. And, you know, I wonder if anybody's actually doing anything about it, because they're probably not. All right, we're over here. There was a report of a couple of guys in trouble over here. There they are, right there. See that there? Right there. Fighting, right? There you go. All right, there you go. We're gonna do a little U-turn here, maybe, right? So we got a couple of guys fighting over here, right? You see that there? So we got something going on this side. Right, there's a backpack there, right? Right. So there's a backpack there. You see that there? And then we got another guy on the other side talking to another set of cops. And we got some guys sitting out here in the area, right? So we got something going on out here.
Metro South Hospital voiced their objections to a proposed data center at the site during a South Suburban City Council meeting.
This woman told Blue Island aldermen about her concerns over how much Lake Michigan water a data center would use, citing information she found using an AI search.
Data centers of this scale can consume 110 million gallons of water annually for evaporative cooling.
Roland Dawson represents Builders Capital, which currently owns the 12-acre hospital site. He told the council previous attempts to redevelop it have failed.
The data center option basically came as a result of there were no viable options other than that.
Mayor Fred Bellato says no plans have been submitted to the city council, and he says there will be plenty of opportunities to talk about the proposal with residents. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A busy Kane County
It's busy out here, man. They're slinging out here.
Recent birth.
They're slinging. They're all out here. See that there?
The 6 bison that
there's stuff happening out here.
Burlington Prairie Forest Preserve started showing signs.
Yeah, they're all out here.
Lori Matanchuk is Community Engagement Director for the Forest Preserves of Kane County.
We just kind of kept a watchful eye, and then last Saturday, a bouncing baby bison arrived at Burlington Prairie. So we are
pretty wild. Yeah, it's wild out here.
Of the herd, which came to the preserve in December, courtesy of the American Indian Center in Chicago, they were not expecting it to expand so quickly.
Just seeing that life happened within the Kane County Forest Preserves on a tallgrass prairie as it once was is really special, not only for the staff of the Forest Preserve and American Indian Center, but the people of Kane County and the visitors that we've had.
And she says there have been a lot, and urges those wanting to stop by to do so during quieter times, aka not weekends. Andy Day, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A large format Amazon grocery and merchandise store is one step closer to opening in Oak Brook. The first of its kind store would offer groceries
so
and
there you
general
go, right?
At the front of the store.
There's something going on with the cops right there. You see that there?
Myers Roads. The back
and then there's something going on across the street right there, right?
Customers as well as those
some fighting out here, right?
Or delivery. This week, the Planning and Zoning Commissioners
see the backpack there?
To recommend approval of the project. It's 5:08. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Neil Fiorito.
All right, Brandon. Traffic is stacked on the expressways, the tollways, and on 8094 in northwest Indiana. We're seeing some pretty heavy traffic. Going to get really heavy here soon. Already really stuffed in Graham Park. The accident is already closed between Usaba Lakeshore Drive and Columbus. This is due to the Chase Corporate Challenge race. That kicks off tonight about 6:40. Usman Road.
We're going to get on Citizen app and see if they know something on there,
At about
right?
6 o'clock tonight, most of Graham Park will be shut down for this race. Avoid the area of Graham Park unless you have to be down here to run. The best of luck to you. But if you don't have to be anywhere near Graham Park, stay far away if you can. On the expressways, really high travel times. Our trouble spot is on I-55 northbound at Route 53, and that's a 2-car crash. The left lane is blocked, and that's why you're packed in from Weber Road, again, to Route 53 with a Gapers delay on the southbound side.
SubX.News on the spot reporting here at the Orange Line Station, Roosevelt. There was a call of a fight out here. We're trying to get to you. So there's a fight. There's somebody that's on this side of the street, and then there's somebody on the other side of the street with the police. As you see, there's police here with a backpack. They were requesting an ambulance out there. They were hurt. There was a couple of people fighting out there. We'll try to get you the radio call here, right? So again, there's a fight out here at the Roosevelt Orange line, right?
I'm not sure if it's my radio. It's really messed up. Beacon 19 Falls is 900 North Lakeshore Drive, 7388 Eddie.
88 Eddie.
Did I get a number for North Wing 5 on Red Line? 7387 Adam. 9301 Sam.
7301 Sam.
Yeah, not seen any smoke or anything on fire at the Western Blue. 7388 Adam.
88 Adam.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
Access bus on 51st Street, northbound.
Unison 25 and citywide, we're getting steps in progress. 1710 North Costner Avenue, floor 1. Caller said smells Hispanic, wearing a brown hat, gray top, black pants, is shoplifting. No information.
7386 Adam.
7386 Adam.
Yeah, go get an ambulance for an on-view disturbance. Two parties over at Roosevelt State, right in front of the orange line.
This is the call. Listen up. This is the call. This is the call here. Ready?
25 and citywide, we're getting
Right here. Listen up.
7386 Adam.
Yeah, go get an ambulance for an on-view disturbance. Two parties over at Roosevelt State, right in front of the orange line.
Alright, so orange line at Roosevelt State. Alright, some work fire over there. And 86 Adam, are they at street level?
Yeah, we're on street. We're actually on Roosevelt in between Wabash and State at the entrance by Dunkin' Donuts.
Alright, on Roosevelt between Wabash and State by the Dunkin' Donuts.
There's another cop showing up now. See that?
7383
83 Frank.
Got a picture of me riding the 79th Street bus, number 1004, from Hostage to...
Alright, it's gonna be 08439. 08439.
7383.
7386 Adam, go ahead.
Yeah, it's going to be for two separate parties involved. I don't know if we need flamers. I think one should be fine.
Alright, so we have one headed over there. If they need a second one, they'll order it on their end. Do you need a paper car over there? Alright, 10-4.
So there was a fight out here.
You put a platform track for the Red Line Division in Clark. 08449. 08449.
7388 Charlie.
88 Charlie.
Numbers for Grand and the Red.
08455. 08455.
7383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
35th Red Line, please.
08458. 08458.
7387 boy.
87 boy.
Your number for upper and middle.
08470. 08470.
7387 Adam.
87 Adam.
Rosemont Blue Line.
08472. 08472.
Again, if you're just tuning in here, there was a fight. There's one guy across the street and one guy here. They were fighting. They needed ambulances. They got separated, so.
86 Adam.
Squads are out here. This is the dope spot, right? They sell drugs out here. This is the South Loop dope spot at Jewel.
The 123. Oh, I think they're on scene already.
Here.
86 Adam.
Disregard squad.
Alright, 10-4. The first district did get a call about it too, so 123. Oh, I think they're on scene already.
Units in 22 and citywide, we have a battery in progress. 8834 South Halsted Street, 8834 South Halsted Street. Kenneth Banks is calling. His sister owns this home, and the tenants inside are physically fighting. Unknown if weapons, drinking, or drugs. 2 male black are fighting. Caller not on scene. Police can get in through the side door. Zone 9, District 22 clear.
7383 Adam.
83 Adam.
Yeah, squad, this is an event number for 95th on a red line, south side.
08508, 08508.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
That's some bus southbound from 46th Street.
That guy there in the t-shirts, he's involved there. See that guy walking? He's involved in the fight.
085.
And there's another guy across the street.
386 David.
There's another squad now pulling up. See?
Could I have a number for the red line in Chicago?
See, there's another guy across the street there that's talking to the police. I don't know if you see him there, right?
08528.
See that guy talking to the police across the street there?
The 1233 units and 12 units in citywide. Panic alarm, 415 South Morgan, 415 South Morgan. Panic alarm from app under the bridge. Cook County Circuit Court Judge, nothing further, zone 3 clear.
73835.
83 Frank.
Traffic shuttle riding the 79th Street bus from Honoree to Ashland. Bus number 8529.
See now there's a squad across the street. See that there?
08548.
Remember, this is rush hour, so there's a fight out here. There's a rush hour. There's tourists here for the Chase Bank race. And that's what we got here at the main train station, right?
83 George.
Violence. See them across the street? There's a bunch of cops across the street now. See that there?
08564.
See the cops across the street? So violence here at the Orange Line, Roosevelt.
7386 Charlie.
86 Charlie.
See the white shirt over there?
Clarkson Lake, blue line, please.
08581, 08581.
Units in 15 citywide, battery in progress.
7387 Adam.
87 Adam.
Well, let me get a number for Cumberland blue line, please.
08597, 08597.
3326. Give you a check.
See across the street?
Coming in.
3326.
3326.
Pull myself and 25 down at the back game. Can I get the event number?
Oh, sure. 07840, 07840.
Page 1, City West.
Page 1.
Hi, good afternoon. We're up. Can I please get a event number from the outside?
Of course. It's going to be 08616, 08616.
Thank you.
This Chicago point-to-point radio. Council time is now 1700 hours. Council time is 6. Chicago's point-to-point radio is now clear.
You guys see the cops across the street, right?
Chicago point-to-point radio. Council time is 1700. This is an all-call message requested to be broadcasted every hour for the next 48 hours. One for leaving the scene of a fatal hit-and-run traffic crash reported under RDJK 252479 is a 2006 Honda Element, orange in color, with the Illinois license plate Eddie Zebra 32137 on Tuesday, May 12, 2026 at approximately 2312 hours. This vehicle fatally struck the victim while he was changing his tires on his vehicle at 6835 South Pulaski Road. The victim did not stop and continue. The offender did not stop and continue northbound on Pulaski. This vehicle frequents the 8th District in Chicago, Illinois. If any units locate this vehicle, please secure the vehicle, but do not touch or enter the vehicle, and also notify Area 1 detectives as soon as possible at 312-747-8380 or PAX 1115. Chicago, point 20, radio clear.
That's the guy involved there, that tall guy with the white t-shirt. He's involved in the fight. So now the white shirt's going to come back and talk to them all. See that there? So something's going on, he's talking to everybody. See that there?
Alright, I don't think I have anybody over there, but just for the year, it came in as a battery in progress. It does have some time on it. Over at the Blue Line, Logan Square, 2620.
Another battery, right?
A male white and male Hispanic were currently fighting on the northwest corner of Prairie Gardens near the Blue Line Logan stop. Said both males were intoxicated and hitting and throwing things at each other. One's wearing a high visibility vest, the other's wearing a black t-shirt, blue jeans, no weapons seen.
They have a lot of vice here. They have drugs and alcohol all flowing around here, right?
383
83 Eddie.
CTA 35 bloodline, please.
0.
You got the Cook County Sheriff's are right here. It doesn't matter.
08669. 08669.
Fight over here at the Orange Line Roosevelt dope spot.
Platform check, Clark Division, red line. 08676. 08676.
Units of 3 of the city, I get a panic alarm at Privileged Restaurant and Bar, 6947 South on South Chicago.
Fight on the Blue Line.
Chicago. Says general panic alarm, not the presence zone, 7 radio clear.
08676. Alright, I don't think I have anybody over there, but just for the year, it came in as a battery in progress. It does have some time on it. Over at the Blue Line, Logan Square, 2620 North Milwaukee. A male white and male Hispanic were currently fighting on the northwest corner of Prairie Gardens near the Blue Line Logan stop. Said both males were intoxicated and hitting and throwing things at each other. One's wearing a high vis-
Two intoxicated males fighting and throwing things at each other.
vest, the other's wearing a black t-shirt, blue jeans, no weapons seen.
383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
CTA 35 bloodline, please.
0. Oh, hold on. 08669. 08669.
The YNs are fighting with the sheriffs right in back of me. The YNs.
Platform check.
See? The YNs are fighting with the sheriffs right back there.
08676. 08676.
There you go, man. SubX.News, man. There you go, man. There you go, man. See that there? There you go, man. It's popping off over here, man. In the parking lot. SubX.News. There you go, man. Wild out here, man. It popped right off, man, while we're here, man.
08689. 08689.
It popped right off, man. Those of you on Citizen app, let me show you.
7388 Eddie.
88 Eddie.
For North and Claiborne, red line.
They're facing off on it.
08698. 08698.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
Ashland bus, northbound, 57
08706. 08706.
They're facing off with them there. Did you just see that?
386 David.
SubX.News, man.
Number from the red line.
That's what happens when you let crime go the way it goes, right? You can't just and then come out enforcing it, right? So they directly challenge the cops.
Citywide assault in progress. 3843 West 80th Street. Students running in through the gangways with masks, threatening the caller. No further. Zone 6 station clear.
7386 David.
You see the sheriff's right there, right?
We got a hand waiver. Red line in Chicago, 95 south side.
The young guys told him to get lost, right?
08750.
Now that fight's over with there.
7383 George.
So the kids just told him to get lost. Don't bother them.
Roosevelt bus 8107 eastbound St. Louis.
08763. 08763.
SubX.News on the spot reporting live at Roosevelt Station here. It's popping over here, man. And the YNs, they ain't putting up with it. They're like, yeah, you ain't gonna tell us what to do. And that's what they're saying, that, right?
Then please, Blue Line Clinton.
We're gonna go, maybe we'll interview these guys, right? Let's go see what these kids want to say.
08795.
That happened right in front of us there.
7388 Charlie.
88 Charlie.
Number 6 ran at the red line.
We're gonna go on the other side there and see what they got to say, right?
08801.
There's sheriffs right in back of us right now.
7383 Adam.
Yeah, it's hot out here, man.
83 Adam.
SubX.News live at the South Loop dope spot, man. That's what happens when you let things
we have a person
keep
with a gun, 10112 South Perry Avenue, 10112 South Perry Avenue. 30-year-old female black pulled a .22 caliber small pistol on a group of kids and ran inside location. Last seen black hoodie and black pants. Zone 9, District 5, clear.
They're challenging them out here, man.
83 Adam, it's going to be 08809. 08809.
Again, we're at the South Loop Jewel here. It's pretty wild out here, man.
Give that number, Clarkson Lake, Blue Line, please.
It's a known drug spot here. Hang out.
08815. 08815.
There we go, man.
7383 Eddie.
83 Eddie.
35th red line. 18 blue.
08824. 08824. 7393 Charlie. For info.
93 Charlie.
Hey, are you still over at Howard?
I got a spotter back at 1.
Okay, 10-4.
We're gonna go around the block
So
and see what's going on.
Units on the citywide getting a bomb threat, Chicago and Ashland, Chicago. At the bus stop facing on the northeast corner, caller states a female black, short hair, white tank top at bus stop screaming threats. She threatened to blow up a building, unknown address. The complainant never saw explosive device, suspects female may have mental health issues. Female subject never gave an address or description of explosive device, nothing further.
Bomb threat, Ashland and Chicago at the bus stop.
Coming in as details to follow. Zone 3 clear.
7333.
7333.
Yeah, I'll monitor that, but sounds like it's BS, but just let me know.
Alright, 10-4, thank you.
See, and there's a bunch of people hanging out at the Dunkin' Donuts. You see that there?
Henry.
So there's a conflict going on. So what happens is You send the young guys that ain't gonna go to jail, right? The young guys are right next to me. Those are the older guys there. This is a sophisticated crew out here. See that there? And if you got events going on, then you're gonna make some money out here, right?
Number for upper midway.
So you see that, right? SubX.News, South Loop spot. There you go, man. Kicking off over here. And now there's cops coming from behind me. You're going to see a cop speeding up from behind here. So something's going on in downtown.
089
behind me. Oh yeah, they're doing something here. Now there's police activity right behind me. Yeah, it's hot out here.
Sure, that event number is 0.
She don't even stop, right? With those headphones in her head. You see that there?
99, and I'm gonna be monitoring zone 3 as well for regarding that bomb threat.
There we go. So now they're out here, right? The cops just came here on this side.
387 Adam.
So it's hot out here, man.
87 Adam.
See that there? So the cops just came on this side here.
08928.
SubX.News, and it's wild out here. See the cops? So we had a fight. We had a fight on Roosevelt at the station. Then we had a fight between young guys and Cook County sheriffs, and now we have the police clearing this area up here, right? See that there?
83 Frank.
This is Shelby riding 79 Street bus 8143.
See that here? And what are they doing? Is there anything happening besides pushing people from one place to the other? Nothing's happening, right? Oh yeah, look at that. There you go. That's the cop that arrested us there. You see that white shirt? That's Lockett. There we go. That's Lockett there, right? That's the guy who had us arrested right there, man. All right. See that guy right there? He ain't arresting none of them guys. You see that there? That's the guy who arrested us. 5 shots, 71st Street.
The citywide shooting up better in progress. 16th and Central Park. 17th suspecting one juvie. They're hitting him with bottles. Nothing for days on clear.
That's the guy who arrested us last week, right there.
86 Adam.
Hey, squad. Can you give us the event number for this battery? 123 is going to take the paper. And can we get one event number for the red line again? So 2 total event numbers.
Alright, so the event number for the battery is 08428. 08428, and hold on. Alright, and 86 Adam, your second event number is 09003. 09003. 7383 Eddie, where are you coming?
And for red line 36.
09008. 09008. 7388 88 David.
Anybody go to jail? No.
Red line?
See that there?
09013.
7386 Adam.
I need to get this event number for the fight.
Hey, squad. Can you give us the event number for this battery? 123 is going to take the paper. And can we get one event number for the red line again? So 2 total event numbers.
Alright, so
you guys look busy, man. What's up, bro? You're growing your hair in, I think, ain't you? What's up with your car? Your battery's always out, man. I'm gonna charge you guys next time. I gotta pay for my court case now. For real. Get out of here, man. They were just fighting with the the young guys were over there with the sheriffs, about 3 or 4 of the YNs, and they're like, F you, F you. They're right over there, right by the fight that just happened over there. I gotta stay away from it. You know what I'm gonna do like COVID? I'm gonna have a 20-foot rule with you guys. I don't want to get locked up no more. I was in the lockup, and there was this young kid, a banger in there, and I go, you know, he's young, I don't know, 18 or 20, and like, your first time here? And the young banger goes, it's not my first time, you know, bullshitting. And he goes, what about you? I said, I haven't been in here for 30 damn years. It's crazy. You guys be safe, man. All right. Oh, I know this place. They got a lot of ODs over here, man. They got to do something about the drugs, man. They're flowing everywhere in the city, man. And you guys got training for that, not to touch stuff? Is that? I've seen a few videos where they arrest people and the police officer gets knocked out. You got to be careful on that. That's dangerous stuff. You don't know what, and you don't know. But you don't know what's in his stuff. There's guys that tell me they mix it with all kinds of weird stuff. And then there's a new thing I heard, Vice News, I think, did a documentary. I think it's Vice News. They're actually teaching people how to make it with like legal chemicals. So when you test it, it doesn't come up illegal. There's like a synthetic version. But they can use, like, from the drugstores, it's not a drug, and they can make it so the guy gets high, just like it, but it doesn't, if you test it, it won't come up as a drug. It's weird. There's a documentary, I think it's Vice News, or no, I don't know if it was, or maybe it was, no, it was the National Geographic. They came out, they said, because the cartels are getting busted, right, because of Trump, they can't ship it here, so now they're teaching people how to make it in America, but legal. So you can't even bust them. If they have it on them, you can't bust them. Wow. Because it doesn't test for a drug. So then you got to...
Nixon started the war on drugs.
Get out of here. You sound like Brandon Johnson, bro. Yeah, you got to be careful. You guys just starting your shift?
No, we started one.
No, you're going to be done in... You guys doing the race over there? That's all right. That's good. Yeah. You'll probably see me around. Depending on if something happens, then I'll go out to the neighborhoods. We'll see. I don't know. It's wild. The west side's getting wild, too. There's a lot of bad stuff happening over there, man. What happened? I don't know. There's a few things. Last week I seen a few. A lot of the drugs are flowing there. It's pretty bad. And then some beatings and stuff like that. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. There's some killings, but more beatings now.
Maybe a new
I think that's what it is. You know how it is, right? When you arrest the one guy. I talked to one guy about 2 months ago when they killed that cartel guy. And I talked to a guy, I think it was in the ATF, and he said, watch, when the top guy gets killed, it goes on the street. Even though you don't think it, because it's in Mexico, you know what I mean? You say, that ain't gonna happen in Chicago. But it affects it because everybody's, you know, it's like cops, any job, right? Everybody fights for the power and all of that stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's wild, man. You gotta be careful, man. I'm gonna stay my distance from you guys. From now. You too. Good seeing you, my brother. All right, good seeing you guys. You stay safe, all right? Lock them up, lock it. Yeah. The patrol officers I just talked to, they know me too. The guy that I was just on, he gave me a ticket a few years ago. Remember I was down with it was a migrant arrest, and I was parked there, and he said back up. When I backed up, he gave me a ticket, said I was using my phone while I was backing up. Whatever. What's up, Alejandro? So there you go, man. You guys want to go across the street? What was the event number, though? I need that event number, guys. I need that event number. Do you guys remember the event number for the fight?
08959, 08959, enjoy.
So you see they chase them and then they come back, right?
Bringing us in 7 and cigarette shots.
386 David.
86 David.
I see lunch at 822 North Street.
What was that event number?
73835.
Anybody remembers that event number?
This is Shelby Riding 7935. 7386. 7387 Adam.
See, they came back, right?
4730.
4730.
Can you hold me down under the White Sox event?
Sure, that event number is 07840. 07840.
99, and I'm going to be monitoring zone 3 as well, so regarding that bomb threat.
Sorry, 10-4.
That's 387 Adam.
87 Adam.
This one for Jefferson Park, blue line, please.
I'm looking for that event number for that fight.
For Jackson's red line. 73835.
83 Frank.
This is Shelby Riding 7934.
08953. 08953.
386 David.
86 David.
Please launch at 822 North.
8959. 08959. Enjoy. Bringing us to the 7 and Citywide shots fired. 2028 with 71st 71 Street in the alley. 5 shots heard. No further. So, this is Canada Citywide getting a better in progress. 16th on Central Park. There's 10 teams attacking 1 juvie. They're hitting him with bottles. Nothing further. Zone's unclear.
7386 Adam.
86 Adam.
Hey, squad. Can you give us the event number for this battery? 123 is going to take the paper. And can we get one event number for the red line again? So 2 total event numbers.
Alright, so the event number for the battery is 08428. 08428, and hold on. Alright, and 86 Adam, your second event number is 09003. 09003. 7383 Eddie, where are you coming?
And for red line 32.
09008. 09008.
7388 David.
88 David.
Platform taxi, Clarkson Division, red line.
09013. 09013.
7386 Charlie.
86 Charlie.
Clark and Lake Blue Line, please.
09019. 09019.
7386 Floyd. 9 Jackson, thank you.
So they just came back. You see that?
09024.
Everybody just seen that, right?
Units of Dixon City Wide, first with an 8166 South Single Side, coming in with details to follow. Films the boyfriend attacked the collar, took knife from the kitchen. He's a male, black, 32 years old, wearing no shirt, black pants. My price at this time is on a station.
So the cops come, there's a big hubbub, and then what? They come back, right? So what is happening, right?
09042. 09042.
7393 Charlie.
93 Charlie.
Let me get an event for the Roosevelt Orange line.
09045. 09045.
What's up, Ezel? So nothing really happens. The cops come, they scatter, and then they come back, right?
83 Adam.
You kind of get it? It doesn't make sense, right? So we're at the South Loop dope spot. So let me recap for everybody that's just tuning in. There was a fight on Roosevelt. There's 2 guys fighting on each side of the street. They separated them. We were there watching that for, I don't know, half hour. And then in the middle of that, 4 young kids, I call them the Kia boys or YNs, they come up and they start talking smack to the sheriffs. And they get physical with the sheriffs. They push each other. And they're like, F off. Then, as that's happening, we drive over here to the Dunkin' Donuts. A bunch of squads come over here. We recognize a couple of the officers, including Sergeant Lockett, who locked us up last week for videotaping an arrest over on Van Buren. And then we're here. And then they scattered everybody that was sitting here, right? And now everybody's kind of back here. That's where we're at. Does that speed you up to what we've just watched for about, I don't know, half hour or so, maybe? So first was a fight. I don't know if anybody got arrested after that fight. Then a bunch of young guys started arguing and messing with the Cook County sheriffs. Then the Chicago police came. So the first one was a fight and police handled that, CPD. Then there was a back and forth confrontation with the Cook County sheriffs. And then the Chicago police came here and broke this area up, right? So that's what happened. So that, you're up to speed here. We're probably going to get out of here and see what other crime is happening throughout the city here. But it's going to be a wild one here. And you're watching this live. This is SubX.News. This is our beat. And all the cops know us. Everybody knows us. And whatever, right? I don't know what's going on here, man. You got guys looking at our truck. Oh, what's going on here, man? There you go, right? What's up, brother? What's up, brother? What's up? We got all kinds of weird stuff happening out here. Alrighty, we're gonna go out and see what's going on. So you see the group is back there. Alright? That's where they sell drugs at, right there, right? In front of the Dunkin' Donuts, right? So what did you see? The cops came, chased them away, and now they're all back, right? And we'll see what's going on here. We're gonna get out of here. It's pretty wild there, huh? Izell is like, yeah. But if you just missed it, the guy that arrested me last week, Sergeant Lockett, he was just here with a group, right? And what? They all scattered. And what happened? They're all back. You kind of get it? So that's what's going on here, right? Right? What's up?
What's up, brother?
And he's looking at my truck. This guy, right? He's in back of my truck right now. See that? They got all kinds of, let me see what this guy's doing in back of my truck here. Yeah, he's taking videos of my truck. You see that there? This guy here, see that? So let me show you. That guy, that white dude, I don't know if he's white or what. He's taking videos of my truck, right? See that there? So what they do is they message them, right? And they say, oh, check out that dude, go mess with him, right? There, that guy right there. See that guy right there? That guy. See that guy right there? So that's what happens out here, right? So he was in front of my truck, and now he went in back of my truck. That guy right there. Right there, that guy, right? See that guy right there? So he's with the drug addicts, right? See that guy right there? You working with the dopers, bro? Yeah, he's working with the drug addicts. See that there? They sent him over on me, right? You're working with the dopers, right, brother? You working with the dopers, right, brother? Working with the dopers, right? Working with the dopers, right? That guy's working with the dopers. See that there? See that there? He's working with the drug addicts. You see how that works? See that there? That's how that works. They text each other, man. This goes by electronics here, right? Watch this. He's gonna go right to where the drug addicts are gonna be. Right there. So you wanna see? You see where he goes? See this? Where did he go? See that there? See that there? Where is he at? See that there? So now he's telling them shit, right? About me, right? See that there? There we go. Now there's somebody coming here, right? Now they're fucking around, right? Alright, see that there? See that there? See that there? That's how they are, right? See that there? There you go, right? So they're chasing me. So that white dude I told you was a spotter for him, right? See that there? So we got chased out of there, right? That's how life goes, man. See that there? That's how life is. I told you that he was working with the drug dealers, right? We gotta watch out here because I'm stuck in traffic, right? It's dangerous out here. Yeah. See that there? That dude was their spotter. He looks like a bum, right? They give him some free drugs, maybe, right? That's how life goes, right?
That's where we copy.
73 Adam. 83 Adam. Can we get a number for 79 on the red line? 09248.
So think about how dangerous it is out here. They're not scared of the cops. They're not scared of everybody. And they have spotters that chase people, right? When you're sitting in a gas station, right? While they're selling drugs on the street of city of Chicago and nothing happens, right? You didn't see the cops arrest anybody, did you? SubX.News. Right here, we're the only ones doing this type of reporting in the city of Chicago. Now here's the question. Why would I get arrested and they don't get arrested? There you go, right?
People screaming and threatening to fight each other. He can't see him, so I don't want this stuff to include.
Alrighty. We're going to shut off the Citizen app. We're going to go do some other stuff, Citizen, okay? So thanks for watching. You guys have been watching for a while on Citizen app. As you've seen, those of you who are living in the South Loop, I do apologize up front, but you're in a dope scene there, and you just seen the young kids are not afraid of the county sheriffs, and you just seen that what? They are going to continue their illegal activity no matter what you think they're going to do, right? And what's going on over here? A few blocks away, you got all of this police presence for a what? Marathon or some race they're doing over there. You see that there? Oh, Lockett might have told them that I was there. There you go. I didn't even think about that, Holly. Yeah, he's probably said he's videotaping you. I didn't even think about it, Holly. There you go. I didn't think about that. So one of my viewers on Facebook, Holly, she's a tipster. She gives me a lot of tips. See, because I'm in the middle of this, I'm not thinking, right? Holly says, what was Lockett telling to those drug dealers? Because he's seen me there. Was he saying that they're being videotaped? Did the police say that they're on video, right? Because all of a sudden, that dude came around me and he started videotaping my truck, right? So how did they know what I was doing? Unless someone told them that, right? If you're dealing drugs, you're dealing drugs, right? So there we go, right? SubX's, and then you have all this heavy police presence right down this road, right? But yet you have open-air drug dealing right down the street. That's pretty wild stuff here in the city of Chicago, huh? That the drug dealers in the middle of the downtown can what? Push around the cops, the county cops. The cops disperse them, they come right back, and then if you're out there doing whatever you're doing, they come and try to attack you, right? There you go, man. SubX.News, on the spot reporting, right? There you go. Now we're in the loop. As you see the traffic, everybody's coming for this chase event, right? Yeah, I know that. I don't expect the cops to protect me, man. I already know that. I've been hit. My car has been hit. All of that stuff. So, again, there's heavy traffic down here in downtown Chicago. Hey, what's up, Nicole? That's what you're watching here, right? There's a lot of heavy police presence because there's a chase, race, or whatever. I don't know if they're going to have a concert too. Right? They just blocked off the streets here. We'll take you through this, right? The heavy traffic here, right? So that the white guy was tipped by the cops, it looks like, right? And we don't know if the cops tipped him or who tipped him, right? Again, the heavy traffic here. There's a chase event. We'll listen to the 6 o'clock news so you can hear what's going on, right? Heavy traffic in downtown Chicago here because there's a chase race event. I think there's a concert here. You see they got salt trucks all out here. All kinds of stuff, right? This guy's beeping his horn. This guy's beeping his horn. He's got Arizona plates with tinted windows, driving an illegal livery truck, right? See that guy right here? And he's beeping his horn at people. Right there, that guy. That guy right there. Beeping his horn at people. That guy right there. I had it out with one of those guys once. Again, heavy traffic here in downtown Chicago. We'll see how far we can get, right? See, the salt trucks are out.
It's hard for us to, for people to think about, oh, great, we have this windfall and, children are getting killed on the other side of the world.
She wants to use the money to boost New Mexico's tax credits for children in low-income working families. Sam Bregman, the district attorney based in Albuquerque, wants to waive income taxes on seniors and cut $500 checks to offset inflation.
In my proposal, if I'm the next governor, is we're going to take that money and we're going to give it back to the people, so a family of four is going to get $2,000.
3 candidates for the Republican nomination want to use the money to eliminate state income taxes altogether. I'm Jennifer King.
It's 5:58. Traffic and weather together on the 8s. Here's Nephew Rito.
Well, the Chase Corporate Challenge race is tonight at 6:40 through Grand Park. Closures are already getting set up, so if you don't have to be near the park, please avoid it if you can. Tri-State, a crash northbound before 111. 2 left lanes blocked. Tri-State south of the Eisenhower. That's a stalled semi that just cleared. 8094 west in northwest Indiana at Klein. A stall in the right center lane. Be safe. Next report, 6:08, News Radio 105.9, WBBM.
With AccuWeather, partly to mostly cloudy tonight, and we do expect some rain, maybe even some thunder. Lows will dip down to about 53, and then tomorrow could start off with a
So I'm talking to my Facebook Live. I'm on Citizen, and I'm on Facebook. Yeah, he was in front of me. I thought he was just drunk and high playing games. So then, when I seen him going back at me, I knew he was up to something, right? It is what it is. I'm not afraid. I'm in public, right? I'm not afraid to hide who I am. They come to my house and they're intentionally trying to cause me and my family harm, and I have a right to protect myself then, don't I? So that's how life goes. But what's interesting about that whole dynamic, besides not being afraid of the cops, is that there's videos of drug dealing and drug use that are posted on the internet by the very same people. It's kind of weird. That's a weird dynamic, and I don't know how to even explain that you have drug dealers and gang members who post videos on Twitter. Not really, yeah, Twitter a little bit, not really. Instagram, mostly Instagram and Facebook. There's a lot of pages dedicated to drug use and public use, gang activity, especially here in Chicago now. And then somehow when you're videotaping, they're gonna get upset. But when they're videotaping it, I don't know, I guess they're making money from it. I don't understand that weird thing, right? Plus you're in public, right? You're standing on a public sidewalk, right? Dealing drugs. So it's kind of interesting, right? That people who post themselves doing illegal activity then get angry when somebody else is videotaping them, right? Doing illegal activity, right? So right now we're stuck in traffic here on Michigan Avenue. We're going northbound. You see that nice skyline right there in front of you? There you go. How about that? We'll do it like that. You see that skyline there? There you go. It's the Chase Bank Challenge or something like that. I don't know what it is. Bragging and advertising. Yeah, but dangerous, right? They're dangerous, right? You seen the gun guy who was trying to come up to my car, right? So you have to make a decision. What are you going to do? You going to stand your ground? Or are you going to leave? Well, I'm leaving. I don't want to deal with that stuff. I got other things that I want to deal with, right? I don't got time to be dealing with criminals who believe they have the right to do whatever they want, and then you have the police that aren't actually doing anything about it. So you're stuck there, right? So you know the police ain't doing nothing about it. They're not arresting people. They're just dispersing them. So what's the purpose? So at what point are you going to make their standing your ground on a gas station, right? There you go. They might even have guys, I know they know who I am, because I remember once they were dealing drugs at a homeless encampment over at the chocolate factory, and they actually send people on me. Somebody texted me. So the gangs and some of these, the gangs I don't think I really have a trouble with. I think it's more the drug dealers I have a trouble with, because a guy came and said he was going to shoot me. I made a police report, and guess what happened with the police report? Nothing. There's no follow-up from any detectives. Nothing happened with that. I made a police report because somebody come up to me and say, if you don't leave, he goes, SubX.News, we know you. I said, yeah, it's SubX.News. Right? And I didn't say nothing. Mike goes, if you don't leave, I'm going to shoot you. So, I said, all right, whatever. I packed my stuff up because I was interviewing, we were going to make a documentary on homelessness in Chicago. I was working with 3 other documentary makers to make a documentary on different locations in the city of homeless encampments. And I'm like, okay, and I packed my stuff and left, right? I made a police report, and then about an hour later, I got bumped over on Roosevelt. Someone rammed into the back of my car on Roosevelt Avenue about a half hour later. So they were too connected. And then I went to the First District Police Station, made a police report. Guess what? No one ever called me to follow up on that. Not one person ever called me to follow up with that. And you see that happened about maybe 9, that happened in the winter, I believe. And think about it. So now I'm here and I'm dealing with the same stuff. So you see there's a heavy police presence, right? There's a lot of people walking here, right? There's a lot of people walking up there, crossing the street. So. Oh yeah, and they might listen to my broadcast, might see me doing what I'm doing, and that's what happened. It's another time a guy tried to ram me or something when they were doing a lot of drug dealing over at the migrant shelter over here on Plymouth and Van Buren, and some guy started chasing me or something like that. So yeah, you got to be careful about these guys. They're violent. The drug dealing is not a non-violent activity. People say, oh, it's just vice, it's okay. No, it's not. Okay, so what we're looking at right now is this heavy traffic jam with the Chase Challenge or whatever race that's happening here. And one of the questions we asked is this: are we getting a return on our money here for all of this traffic? I get it, it's at night, which is all right, but are we getting our money back for this? A lot of salt trucks. There's salt trucks here on that street there. See that there? Sure. Again, this is the Chase Challenge, right?
Mostly cloudy with a couple of showers around towards daybreak, perhaps a rumble of thunder, especially south of Chicago, but it's going to be a low of 53 degrees tonight, and tomorrow we'll start the day with a shower in spots. Otherwise, periods of clouds and sunshine becoming breezy and warmer. A high of 74 is what we're looking at, and tomorrow night, partly to mostly cloudy skies are expected, with a thunderstorm in spots late. It'll be a low near 60 degrees. Now we're going to look at that AccuWeather 5-day forecast at 6:15, but right now our top local story on News Radio WBBM starts now. Mayor Brandon Johnson says he plans to bring a message of thanks to Chicago-born Pope Leo during his visit this month to the Vatican. WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles has the details.
We are just so elated and incredibly proud.
Mayor Johnson says he's not only proud of the Pope's roots in Chicago, but of his public pronouncements as the leader of the world's Roman Catholics.
My message to him first will just be a message of gratitude and hope, thanking him for the moral clarity that he's providing.
The mayor and the Pope have different religious traditions, but he tells me he sees intersections in their backgrounds and beliefs.
That's our love for people, right? And responding to the least of these, the widow, the orphan.
That's in addition to their agreement around actions of the Trump administration, including immigration enforcement and the war in Iran. Mayor Johnson says he'll visit the Pope bearing hometown gifts, including one that highlights his difference with Leo's status as a lifelong White Sox fan. Are you going to bring him a Cubs hat?
Come on, man, you know. At this point, I got to bring him a jersey, too. I mean, let's just do it all, right?
He's set to leave May 26th. We're with the mayor at City Hall, Jeff Buckles, News Radio 105.9. WBBM.
And the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that a man who lost a leg when his truck was hit by another semi along an Illinois highway in 2017 can now seek damages from a logistics company.
The ruling was against the country's largest freight broker, C.H. Robinson, and it has larger implications for the trucking industry. The company argued that because it's federally regulated and the government licenses carriers, it can't be sued under state law. Attorneys for the driver who was injured, Sean Montgomery, successfully argued that even though federal law usually trumps state law, courts have recognized an exception for safety issues. His initial lawsuit argued that the other driver involved should not have been on the road because of serious red flags regarding his driving record and that of the company. Mike Krauser, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
And the time now is 6:08. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. Let's welcome Abby Ryan.
Right now, Glenn, Eden's on the inbound side. Lake Hook to the Kennedy Junction, 45 ugly minutes. It's heavy past Tower to Skokie, Dempster to the Junction. Eden Spur is fine. Kennedy outbound, 30 minutes to Montrose, 48 to the airport. The express, same as the locals, inbound an hour and 6. O'Hare into downtown, heavy spots, Cumberland, past the Wintrust mural at North Avenue over to Ogden. I-190 eastbound, heavy O'Hare terminals to 294, westbound Bessie Coleman over to the O'Hare terminals. Eisenhower outbound, 37 to Manheim, an hour to I-90, inbound an hour and 8, 42 minutes coming in from Manheim. The outbound Stevenson stop and go from the Ryan to Pulaski, long-term roadwork left lane, then heavy LaGrange to 355, 38 to Cicero, 52 to 294, an hour and 10. Out to 355, inbound 50 to 355 back in, heavy from Cass to Kedzie. If you're on I-55 in Will County, northbound heavy from 53 to 355, same thing southbound. Dan Ryan out 28, inbound a 25-minute ride. We've got some White Sox traffic going on. Outbound It is tight from the Jane Byrne interchange at the Stevenson, and then heavy 51st to the Split. 57 outbound 23, Bishop Ford outbound, a 30-minute ride. DuSable Lakeshore Drive, stop and go northbound. Stevenson to Jackson. We have race closures in place through Grant Park and Navy Pier to Chicago. Southbound LaSalle to Chicago. Chicago River to Roosevelt past 57th to Hayes. It's that Chase Corporate Challenge tonight, so there are rolling closures through the Grant Park area. Keep that in mind. Jackson and Balboa closed through DuSable Lakeshore Drive in Michigan for this Chase Corporate Challenge tonight. Next report, 618 from the Metro Traffic Center, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
Thanks a lot, Abby. We're going to have a couple of showers around towards daybreak, but we'll see a low of 53 degrees. Tomorrow, showers.
See people smoking weed in public here. See that there? See the people smoking weed in public right on the street while you have big events, right?
57 at the lakefront. The time now.
People smoking weed in public. You seen that, right? Alrighty.
And there's an ongoing debate over flying the pride flag at a northwest suburban village.
Talk to you later at Citizen App. So you see there's heavy traffic congestion in downtown and a lot of vices and crime. So you be careful if you're coming down there. Be careful.
June. Pritchard praising Palatine Mayor Jim Schwantz and the council for previous expressions at the village flagpole should not reflect any single political view.
Keep the village nonpartisan. That's what it should be.
Flying the flag is not about politics. It is about humanity, safety,
it's politics.
And making sure every young person growing up in a town knows they have a place here.
The second voice is resident and small business owner Kylie Fischbach. She says that choosing to acknowledge Pride Month does not harm anyone else's beliefs or traditions.
What it does do is tell vulnerable young people that they are not alone.
The issue of flying the pride flag at Palatine Village Hall for Pride Month remains a subject for public debate as LGBTQ plus advocates attempt to make the topic official council business, subject to a vote. Brandon Eisen, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
And Zillow Real Estate Marketplace Company has announced a major lawsuit in Chicago.
Zillow is suing the Chicago area listing service Midwest Real Estate Data, known as MRED, and Compass, the country's largest real estate brokerage,
heavy
accusing them
traffic
of
out here for the chase
Zillow
race.
Says makes it nearly impossible for others to compete. Zillow says MRED and Compass have erected barriers to information that harm or threaten to harm sellers, buyers, and competitors. A spokesperson for Compass tells WBBM the company is committed to advocating for a competitive marketplace and notes that MRED is not the only multiple listing service that has updated their policy to, it says, offer protections for agents. Terry Keschner, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
And an investigation is underway after a fire broke out across the street from an elementary school on the city's southwest side. At 1 p.m., the Chicago Fire Department responded to flames at Rockwell and West Pope John Paul II Drive, which is across the street from James Shield Elementary School. Additional equipment and manpower were called to the building, but at this hour, fire officials have not said if anyone was injured. We're going to continue to monitor that. And coming up after this break, we will look at that AccuWeather 5-day forecast. The time now is 6:12.
Stay on top of the news. Sign up for WBBM.
All right, we're going to get going or what? Where are we heading to now?
Your inbox. Click on the sign up tab on WBBMNewsRadio.com and sign up today.
I was diagnosed with postmenopausal osteoporosis and thought, am I going to step off a curb and break my ankle? My doctor said I needed to start treatment right away. He prescribed Divinity and my bone density improved. Now I like knowing I have stronger bones.
For women with postmenopausal osteoporosis at high risk for fracture, there's more you can do to strengthen your bones. Evenity is proven to significantly reduce spine fracture risk in 12 months. Elaine is a real Evenity patient. Individual results may vary. Evenity can increase the risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a heart problem. Tell your doctor.
Yeah, look, that's why I say, you know, a few people ask me, oh, they want to come with me and do a ride along. I can't guarantee your safety. And you can say, well, I can handle myself. No, it's not. That's not what this is about. It can get very dangerous really fast, really quick, as you just seen. Right? That was a drug dealer, right? He might not have been the dealer. He might have been an enforcer, right? You got all kinds of people driving around here. I don't know who these people are. You see him? He's got all tinted out windows, which is illegal. Fight by the Orange Line Roosevelt. Right? You don't know who these people are that are driving around here. I told you I got bumped a few times in my car, right? Let's keep moving, right? Let's no radio calls. Right? Let's see what's going on here. Where are we at? We're at 6:14, so why don't we go to, what, maybe 6:45? We'll listen to half-hour radio calls? How about that? See if we missed anything? Let's see what's been going on.
09234.
M100 Citywide 1.
M100.
Mobile with whatever PH is up.
PH1.
PH1. Hey, PH1, it's M100. Switch or monitor, switch on to Citywide 85 and head north to the address I gave you. It's the 1800 start for that. That's where we copy.
83 Adam. 83 Adam. Can we get a number for 79 on the red line? 09248. 09248. And PH1?
PH1?
Alright, I have you on the event. That event number is 09146. 09146.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Innocent 17, the citywide assault progress, trip rascal, anonymous state service, people screaming and threatening to fight each other. He can't see him. Zone 1 to 17 clear.
5700 Adam. 5700 Adam.
Squad copy.
Yeah, but they are busy right now. They just switched over to Citywide 85 for something that's going on over there.
Maybe Charlie wants up.
Charlie, when are you up? Innocent 7 in Citywide assault in progress. 244 West 65th Street, 65th Street, in the alley for her neighbor in the back, arguing with a female black who has a brick in her hand, threatening to hit the neighbor with it. Female black sending next to a black sedan. No further, zone 6 station. M3.
Try a number for Jardine water reclamation plan, please. One number for Jardine, please.
09276. 09276.
Thank you.
Remember, there was somebody shot right here. An employee was shot here, right?
Platform check, Clark Division at the red line. 09281. 09281.
That's the 83 Prime.
83 Prime.
Could you show me right at the 79th Street bus number 8420?
Child exploitation right there, right?
2 Ashland. 3215, they're looking for you on Citywide 85, Citywide 85.
Ain't nobody here, you see that? It's only that little area, the event.
3240.
3240?
Yeah, 3215 and 3212. It's going to be down right now. We're going to do an escort. Right now, we're going to get up hospital.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was calling.
Over here, southbound Van Ryan, off of Garfield.
All units, please stand by for the all-call. All units, please stand by for the all-call.
Okay, 10-4.
211, he's switching over right now.
Okay, 10-4, thank you.
All-call message for vehicle wanted for leaving the scene of a fatal hit and run. Traffic cash reported under RD John King 252479 is a 2006 Honda Element, orange in color, with Illinois plates Eddie Zebra 32137. Again, Eddie Zebra 32137. On Tuesday, 12th of May 2026 at 23:12 hours, this vehicle fatally struck the victim while he was changing his tire at 6835 South Pulaski Road. The vehicle did not stop and continued northbound on Pulaski. This vehicle frequents the 8th District. If located, secure the vehicle, but do not touch or enter the vehicle. Notify Area 1 HTS ASAP at 312-747-8380, 312-747-8380, or on the PAX at 1115. This is for Sergeant Ryan, 1401 Area 1 Detective Division.
7387, boy.
787.
Central for Midway.
09350.
7386, Adam.
868.
Red line, Roosevelt in State Upper.
I appreciate you, Liz. Thank you. I want to just make sure everybody understands it. We're not the cops and we ain't the crooks. We ain't neither. We're the news. That's why we get arrested last week by the cops, and that's why today we get chased by the crooks. That's how life goes. And guess what? Guess what's the common denominator there? Cops and crooks. You got that, right? You got that. Everybody's starting to get that, right? What's going on in our city? The crooks are allowed to do what they're doing by the cops. I'm not saying cops are bad. I believe in law and order. I believe people should be held accountable, right? Right? There should be some deterrence. There should be accountability, right? There should be some consequences. But as you've seen, there was none today, right? And that put me in danger. The police put me in danger today. That's who endangered me today. Who endangered me today? The police did. They played around. They chased people around like the Keystone Cops. And I'm out there doing my thing. Then I get chased by the gangs, right? And if I do something, then I get arrested, right? Everybody gets this picture, right? Who's facilitating the criminal activity in our city? It's the police. That's who is facilitating the criminal activity. That's a fact. There's no way around it. And if you're imagining something else, and I know there's a lot of good people out there, law-abiding citizens, there's cops that listen to my show. Again, I believe in law and order. I back whatever needs to be done. But it was clear today. You've seen it with your own eyes. You've seen it. You've seen videos I put up yesterday, didn't you? Where the cops were scared of the criminals. They're scared of these criminals. They will not do anything. And while we have a mayor who you heard today on the radio, and I said he's not a Catholic. I'm almost sure he's not a Catholic. He's a Christian, but he's not a Catholic. The mayor says I'm not the same religion. So why are you going to Rome, bro? That's a scam. You don't go to Rome to meet the Pope if you're not a Catholic, Roman Catholic, right? He said it. I'm not the same religion. So why is he going to Rome? It's a scam, right? And why is he going to Rome? At the height of crime? Crime now is at the height, right? He's going to do what? If crime goes crazy, he's going to say, I left it in charge of somebody and I'm going to punish him. If crime is managed during the Memorial Weekend, he's going to say, you see, I'm a good mayor. I picked the right people. That's what he's going to tell you. I'm telling you, I'm predicting that. I'm predicting it. If it goes bad, he's going to say, yeah, I left it to the wrong hands. If it goes good, he's going to say, I left it to the good hands. Right? You just heard him say on the radio, he's not the same religion, right?
I'm sorry.
So, I know how that guy operates, right?
09478.
Yep. There you go.
7383 Henry.
83 Henry.
An event for lunch, 46 Ashland.
And it was just a double shooting. It was just a double shooting this morning. One homicide, right? By a school. Let's get that one. I don't even know what happened this morning.
Siren off. Turn the siren off.
What happened?
Someone's asking to have a siren off. Who's talking?
Turn the siren off.
Who's talking to me?
That's fine. Never mind.
388 David. 882.
Platform 5, 5 on the red line.
I'm sorry, red line where, ma'am?
Clark and Division.
Clark and Division, it is 09518. 09518.
3784 Charlie.
I'm sorry, 7384 Charlie?
Yes, but can I get numbers for red line 47?
Sure, that's 09522. 09522.
7.
I'm 7.
I get 2 squad, 1 for Navy Pier, 1 for Shotgun Locks.
The locks. 09530, Navy Pier 09532.
7383 Frank.
7835.
Good to show me we're at bus 8624 West South 79th Street from Oakley to Damon. 383.
Okay, you can have 09544, 09544 M3.
Squad, can you grab an event number, Homeland Security check of Navy Pier, please?
09546.
10-4, thank you.
There was two homicides today. This morning.
Can I get a transport vehicle over here, southbound Dan Ryan, off of Garfield?
There was one homicide at 8 a.m. on Flournoy, 3900 Flournoy, and there was another one on Tome, 1400 West Tome. That's where two were shot. Yeah, there was two homicides. Oh, there was another one here. Wow, there was 3 homicides today. I'm looking up on my official thing. Holy smokes! I didn't even. I've been behind on looking up stuff. There's 3 homicides that happened within 2 hours this morning. Wow, we're gonna write that up. You want me to pull over and I'll read them to you? That way it gets into the record here, okay? Why don't I do that? I'll pull over in that shade over there so we don't have the sun in our eyes. I'm gonna read all these homicides that happened today. I'm just picking them up, right? And I didn't even hear them on the radio. See, the radio don't even report all of these homicides.
Car safety heard a single shot fired, then a car was speeding away. It sounded like it was coming from the front gate of Parkway Gardens. They got nothing further. They're District 17.
Shots fired, right? Where'd that happen?
7383. The number for the red line and 36. 0.
What's going on, squad?
For what?
Expresso at 85 David.
85 David needs a transport at Garfield and Dan Ryan. They have one to go in.
All right, so let me read this to you. 3900 West 86th Street, May 14th, 6:15 a.m. 19-year-old was entering his vehicle when he was approached by several unidentified offenders. They were all armed with handguns. They shot the victim before returning to their vehicles and fleeing. The victim was pronounced on scene. That's at 6:15 a.m., 3900 block of 89th Street. 3900 block of West Flournoy, 50-year-old male was discovered outside of the above location with a gunshot wound to the body, pronounced on scene. That was on Flournoy. That was at 8 a.m. 7 a.m. 1400 West Thome, T-O-H-M-E. 2 adult males were outside above locations when they sustained gunshot wounds to the body. Male 58 was transported to St. Francis, where he's listed in critical. The second unidentified male was transferred to St. Francis, where he was pronounced. So we had 3 homicides, 4 shot, 3 people died, all from 6:15 a.m. to 8:18 a.m. So in 2 hours, we had 4 shot, 3 homicides. There you go. Did they report that on the news? We're going to listen to the 630 news. We'll listen to the 630 news because it's usually local, and we're going to see if they say that. So we had 3 homicides within 2 hours today. 3. There you go. All over the city, too. That's all different parts of the city. And I just showed you they're doing some crazy stuff downtown. That's a little dangerous. So they might visit my house. I don't know. I might get this car of people that try to kill me. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. I always say this. A gunfight can have 2 results, and you don't get to choose which of the results happens. You kind of get what I'm saying with that? That's why it's very dangerous to be involved in violence. I did this talk a little while ago, right? That violence is very, very dangerous. Why? Because you can't predict the outcome. You might think you can. You might say, oh, I know, blah, 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 right? Or I'm this and this. But the violence is unpredictable. You don't want to be involved in violence. I'm going to tell you right now. I I've experienced violence since a young age, super young age, maybe around 10. So I'm 58, so does that give me about 48 years of experience with violence. Extreme violence. Gun violence, okay? Extreme violence. I'm going to tell you this, you don't want to be part of anything like that. You see how I drove up? I don't want to be involved in that. I have a choice not to be involved, and I choose not to be involved. I'm trying to be a reporter. If you want to bring violence to me, I don't want to be part of that violence, right? I'm reporting the news because I think it's important, right? So 6:30, we're going to listen. What did I say? There was 3 homicides within 2 hours this morning. 4 people shot, 3 dead, 3 different locations. And let's see if the local news, WBBM at 6:30, covers that. Or did they cover the Rome trip of a non-Catholic going to see the Catholic Pope for some reason? Are we going to get that? That's going to be a major part of the story. And let's listen to the local news, okay? .630 News.
News Radio 1059 and WBBMNewsRadio.com.
The time now is 6:30 on May 14th, 2026. Good evening, I'm Glenn Marshall, and these are the top stories on News Radio WBBM. A 30-year veteran of the Chicago Fire Department dies during a training exercise on the city's north side.
Chicago's public schools chief gets a subpoena from Washington. And political editor Jeff Buckles at City Hall with what a congressional committee wants to know.
This is Nancy Hardy. An Evanston City Council member warns of a potentially stalled start date for the new Ryan Field over a lack of information.
Plus, President Trump and his Chinese counterpart discussed the war in Iran at a critical summit. WBBM Sports, the Sox go for a sweep at the home against the Royals, and the Cubs wrap up their series in Atlanta. AccuWeather's letting us know that it's going to be turning out partly to mostly cloudy with a couple of showers around towards daybreak, perhaps a rumble of thunder, especially south of Chicago. It'll be a low of 53 degrees, but tomorrow we'll start the day with a shower in spots. Otherwise, periods of clouds and sunshine becoming breezy and warmer with a high of 74, but tomorrow night, partly to mostly cloudy skies are expected with a thunderstorm in spots late to be a low near 60 degrees. At 6:31, this portion of the news is sponsored by The Great Escape. The Chicago Fire Department is mourning the loss of the 30-year CFD veteran who died during a training exercise on the north side this afternoon. Fire officials say it happened just after 3 p.m. near Arthur and Kedzie in the West Rogers Park neighborhood. No other details were provided, including if the member was a firefighter, EMT, or paramedic. A procession to Cook County Medical Examiner's office will take place later this evening. And leaders of a committee on Capitol Hill are ordering Chicago's public schools chief to testify at a hearing next month. It's over what the committee's Republican chairman calls attacks on parental rights. The story from WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles.
This subpoena for school superintendent Dr. Macalyn King is coming at the same time as the Trump administration investigates the district's compliance with the White House's attempt to shut down policies dealing with gender identity and expression. House Education and Workforce Committee Chair Tim Walberg of Michigan says in a statement that the committee has asked Dr. King to appear voluntarily numerous times with no success. So now she's being subpoenaed to appear at a hearing, along with school leaders from California and Virginia. Chairman Walberg says it's the first time he's had to issue a subpoena, but notes that, in his words, the constant refusal to provide testimony further deepens mistrust in our education system. The hearing's set for June 10th. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 1059, WBBM.
And we've asked Chicago public school leaders for a response. In the meantime, some major tech companies are being sued by a group of Illinois actors and journalists over the use of AI.
The suit targets Amazon, Apple, Google, Meta, Microsoft, and NVIDIA, as well as Adobe, Samsung, and 11 Labs, has been filed by Chicago law firm Lovey & Lovey. Attorneys argue tech companies are in violation of the state's Biometric Information Privacy Act by using the voices of real actors, vocal artists, and journalists to develop their interactive AI assistants.
We got a housing problem? I don't think we got a housing shortage, do we? Look at that, that's boarded up. We ain't got a housing shortage.
They built $1 billion
see that there?
on stolen voices because they thought no one would make them pay for it. Defendants include Carol Marine, Phil Rogers, and Victoria Nassif. Andy Dane, News Radio 1059 WBBM.
Frustration over a lack of details reportedly has an Evanston City Council member threatening to stall the opening of the new Ryan Field.
Alderwoman Perel Davis told Northwestern representatives she felt personally insulted by the sustainability report shared with her and other members of the Ryan Field Advisory Board. Evanston Now reports she wants the university and its consultants to give specifics about things like how it would use electric shuttle buses to carry fans. She's not alone. Another board member called the plan a disappointment and said it looked like it was written by ChatGPT. Northwestern's neighborhood relations director said they may not be able to share some components until the stadium is open. Nancy Hardy, News Radio 105.9 WBBM.
A Northwestern spokesperson tells WBBM they appreciate the thoughtful feedback from council members and view the discussion as part of an ongoing collaborative process, not the end of one. And President Trump says his talks in Beijing with Chinese President Xi went great, while China's leader had a blunt warning for the U.S. over Taiwan. CBS's Natalie Brand has more on the high-stakes summit.
The day started with a warm handshake.
There you go. 2313, 2311 West Adams. Boarded up. Don't have a housing problem in Chicago. See that there? Oh, what I just showed you down there, there's another one. How come that's empty? There ain't no housing shortage. There ain't no housing shortage. If they're boarding up houses that are nice like that, there ain't no housing shortage. See that? I'll show you a bunch over here. The old Rockwell Gardens. I think this is the Rockwell Gardens over here, right? Let me pull over here. My thing fell down, right? I see it right there. You see it, right? It's a scam, right? They're all pulling like the guy going to see the Pope and he's not a Catholic, right? That guy ain't no Catholic. Why is he going to the Pope? Why is the mayor going to see the Pope? He ain't a Catholic, man. That's pretty easy. Why would you do that? It's kind of weird, right? I told you, and it's the height of the crime, right? The crime is spiking now. And what? It's the beginning, right, of the season, right? Take a look at this. There's another building right there. Look, you want to see that? There you go, another building. We got a housing shortage? We ain't got no housing shortage. See that there? There ain't no housing shortage, right? There ain't none. See that there? Well, there's a bunch of cops over here. Oh, they're doing the procession for the guy. That's what it is. Alright, we're gonna listen to the radio calls again, alright?
Are your moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keeping you from the action?
The firefighter, the fallen firefighter, that's what they're doing. They're setting up the procession, right? Maybe we'll set sun up over here.
What's going on, squad?
For what?
Express over 85 David.
85 David needs a transport at Garfield and Dan Ryan. They have one to go in.
In the city, we're getting one to get a shots fired at 65 in King, 63rd Street in King. Caller safety heard a single shot fired, then a car was speeding away. It sounded like it was coming from the front gate of Parkway Gardens. They got nothing further. 3rd District 17.
3383 Eddie. 3383 Eddie. The bed number for the red line is 36. 09583. 09583.
They're setting up for the procession for the fallen firefighter, right?
83.
He was lost at 95 in Western.
Sure, that's 09591.
We're gonna pull over here. There's an abandoned gas station, right?
84.
And number for Cermak Red Line?
Yeah, they're setting up for the procession right now.
09602. 7385 David, they haven't assigned a transport yet. We'll see what, I'll see what I can do for you.
7385 Eddie.
7385 Eddie.
Number for 69 for the red line.
Alright, hold on. Were you at Northwestern? Who took over at Northwestern? Because we have an 85 Eddie on that. Maybe it was earlier some days? I don't know, but who's at Northwestern now? Yeah, 85. 85, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, it's going to be 85 Floyd. That's going to take it over.
Okay, let me put him there then, and make him the paper car. Okay, 85 Eddie Friend, where's your check at now?
69 on the red line.
Okay, that's 09624, 09624. At 85, I asked them if they had anyone to spare for 7385, David, but so far I haven't had a response.
Okay, I don't think there is.
They're short-handed.
Are we going, Garfield is the border of 9 and 7. I send it to 9. Does anyone want to go into 7? I can see if I can get someone from 7 then. Do we have to go into 9, or do you want me to try 7?
Either or.
Okay, well let me see if 7 can help us out.
7388, Adam.
Hold on 1 second.
Again, they're setting up for the procession for the fallen
Let me see what I can find out if
firefighter,
we can
right?
get somebody from them, okay?
We're on Western right now. You see that there?
Adam, go ahead.
Please get an event number for a platform check, blue line and racing.
The procession's going to go on
I
Western.
09645, 09645.
Thank you. 4754.
4754.
Homeland Security check for Sox Park. I'm good on the numbers.
09651.
385 Adam.
7385 Ad.
Quality of life mission, 93rd Street, on the south side, please.
That is 09657.
4 slot, thank you.
So units in there in this video is battery in progress, 1733 East 67th Street, 1733 East 67. Synonymous, 10 individuals are attacking one female, no weapons seen. Nothing further through District 17.
7362.
7362.
Number for drop off of Cermak Road.
That's going to be 09672. 09672.
I think the
7385 and 73.
I think the procession's going to come from the north, though.
726 is coming.
Because I see all the lights on here, so we might sit somewhere here, right? See, I can see all the lights in front of me.
7384 boy.
See that there?
Okay, I'm sorry, who's coming in?
7384 boy.
Thanks, ma'am, go ahead.
Hey, Clark, have we got even for a riding mission from SubX to Garfield?
I think it's coming right now. Yeah, it's coming right now.
Okay, what car number?
It's
7384 boy.
No, what car number are you on the train?
Let's pull up, I'll let you know.
Okay, well, usually you give us that when you get it, so just make sure you give me the car number. 7385 is going to be 711, not 726. They changed it out.
7384 Adam.
the procession is coming from here, I think, right here. Let's sit right here. I think.
09690.
That way the sun is in our face, right? It's coming right here.
7385 Eddie. How about an event number for quality of life over at the red line? 69.
That's going to give you 09697. All right, now it also looks like 923 is coming. So, I don't know. Somebody will get there and then somebody will transport.
Looks like they're setting up this procession here, right?
7350.
Or can I have an event for a quality of life mission up at 79th Street South, please?
09706.
7388 Eddie.
7388 Eddie.
North and Clybourne, red line check.
Zero 9716.
388 David.
7388 David.
Light tag, Clark and Division.
Can we have 09723? 09723. Alright, don't wave off 7385 David. Don't wave off 711 because 923 cleared. 711 will handle it.
boys.
84 boys.
The card number is 5535. Can I get my event number?
9683. 09683.
For units in the city, we're getting a ticket of shots fired. 5939 Southern Deanna, 5939 Southern Deanna, apartment number 3. Always says you heard 3 shots in the apartment, then started laughing as if it was a prank call. I got nothing further. 2nd District Zone 7.
7385 Charlie.
7385 Charlie.
Keep that number for ride mission.
Okay, you know, there's a ton of feedback. You're doing a CTA ride, Cermak. Which way going? What's car number?
Car number 5535, going south.
Okay, 09749.
4362 Adam.
Who's coming in? That's all. There's a feedback with that.
4362 Adam.
4362 Adam.
Going off 4363 boy out of outside of vehicle 7551, please.
10 for that one.
7384 David.
84 Dick.
Can I get numbers for our trade line at Fairbanks 35th?
I'm sorry, there's some feedback there. You're going on a CTA ride from Cermak to... Try it again.
Fairbanks to the 35th.
Okay, what's the car number?
5355.
I only got 3 numbers. 355 is what I heard. What's the other number?
5355.
Like I said, there's a lot of feedback with your radio, sir, so you gotta bear with me on that when I ask. I wouldn't ask if I didn't know. 09767. 09767.
Adam.
88 Adam.
Please have an event number for Blue Line Medical District platform check.
09782. 09782.
We're waiting for the procession to start, right? For the fallen firefighter.
7383 George.
7383 George.
Roseville bus A294, westbound racing.
Okay, that's going to give you 09821. 09821.
386 David.
86.
Frank, can I have a number for the red line in Chicago, please?
That is 09840. 09840.
7386 Charlie.
86 Charlie.
If that number circulate Blue Line, please.
09850. 09850. 7385 David.
Hi, David.
I see 711 taking one into the 9th district for you, correct?
10+5.
Okay, I'll change your location then as well.
$73.84 boys.
784 boy, ma'am, go ahead.
Alright, can we get the event number for 55th Red Line platform?
Sure, that's 09854.
Eddie.
7384 Eddie.
Number for the Cermak Red Line.
09865. 09865. Eddie.
So we're waiting. Well, if you're wondering what we're doing, we're listening to radio calls, and there's going to be a procession here for a fallen firefighter. We can go up a little bit more, but if I get in the middle of the procession, then I won't be able to go down, right? Because I'm trying to set up. I think this is a good spot for it right here. And we're on the route. I'll show you here, right? You'll see that. I've showed you the police office. If it starts, then I'll have to backtrack a different way. All right, let's see if I can. Yeah, they're blocking everything off. Let's see. There's a fire truck up here. See the police cars everywhere. I'm not going to be able to go into the side streets. You see that there? So I have to set up back there. Once it starts, it starts. See, there's fire trucks right here. I don't know if this is where it happened. You see that there? You see it here? It's gonna happen pretty soon. See that? There's police everywhere. See that there? A firefighter got killed in a training exercise. I guess on the north side. See that there? Alright, so I think we're gonna set up behind us. That's what it looks like. I don't see anything else up here. It's starting somewhere around here. You still don't see any. Oh, there's more police in front of us. See that there? So we're gonna go in the back here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of police in front of us. See that there?
Number 469 of the red
line. Maybe we'll just set up in the middle of the street right here, but that's a trucking company.
09905.
This is 7S to the wide assault in progress, 71st and Lafayette, 71 Lafayette.
I think we're gonna back up.
A female black, gray shirt, black leggings is threatening him with a fork. No further information. Zone 6 clear.
I think it's a better place back there. You see that there? We can set up somewhere here and we can get a good view of the procession, give our respects to the fallen firefighter, right? I'll find a spot over here. Something's going on. They're moving already. See that there? God rest his soul or her soul, right? We don't know. I think it's a male, they said, right? Again, if you're just tuning in, we're setting up for a procession for a fallen firefighter. They're moving now, these guys, right? Oh, they're blocking now. Now they're blocking. They're blocking the roads. It's about to happen. Right? They're moving, right? It's right about to happen. See that there? So I don't know. Maybe we'll sit right there. By that hydrant right there, maybe. We turn around so we don't get in trouble with the cops, right? That's how we'll end our broadcast, on a somber note. It's not an easy job working for the city of Chicago, I'll tell you that. It has real consequences. Life and death. Let's see, can I park over here? I gotta figure out how to turn around there, right? I don't think I can do that. We're gonna stay over here where we were. That was the easiest spot where I can turn around and face the other way. Maybe right here. How about that? This place open? How about right here? How about right here? Is this a kind of a parking spot? You see that there? See that? And I gotta wait, and now I'm gonna turn around and turn the other way. Hopefully this cop don't mess with me. Real fast, right? So we don't get in trouble. I'm gonna sit right here. How about that? So we're out of the street. We're gonna get off the street. We're in a driveway, so we're kind of not on the sidewalk. Again, there's a procession for a fallen firefighter.
73, I'm sorry, 87 Adam, maybe? 7385 Adam. I'm sorry, 85 Adam, go.
Yeah, it looks like they're doing something in front of us. See that? They're blocking something. See?
09948.
That's the procession there. Again, we're here for a procession for a fallen firefighter. I hear a helicopter above me too. And a fallen firefighter passed away today. Got killed in a training exercise. That's what you're watching now. I might if it goes past 7, which it looks like, I might shut it down, and then we'll just do the procession. All right, that's what I think. That's what I'm gonna have to do, because I don't know when it's gonna go, and we're at our limit at 3 hours for our live broadcast. We'll listen to the 7 o'clock news. I'll shut down the broadcast, and then I'll get it set. And when the procession starts, then I'll go back on live. We'll listen to the news now for a few minutes. Then I'll shut down the broadcast, and then I'll turn it back on when the procession starts for the fallen firefighter. So 7 o'clock news now.
The Supreme Court rules in favor of maintaining nationwide access to a popular abortion medication. That's coming up on the latest from CBS News. Temperatures right now is about 64 degrees, and we are approaching 7 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Jennifer Kuiper. A ruling about women's abortion pill access from the Supreme Court. CBS's Allison Keyes.
The High Court's justices granted an emergency appeal from the makers of the drug used in abortions, who are fighting a federal appeals court ruling that would require women to see a doctor in person. It would have blocked delivery of the drug through the mail. The FDA stopped requiring doctor visits 5 years ago.
The plane crashed into an Ohio home this afternoon, sparking a fire. District Chief Sergey Lash with the Akron Fire Department.
Right now we know it's a small plane. There are 2 individuals that are in it, and they are deceased. The family was home. There were 4 individuals that lived there, and thankfully they all made it out safely with no injuries.
The plane took off from Akron Fulton Airport just after 2 p.m. local time, according to FlightAware, and firefighters were called about 45 minutes later. President Trump has wrapped up the first of 2 scheduled closed-door meetings with China's Xi Jinping at their summit in Beijing. Both leaders' handlers made clear that Taiwan and China's desire to retake that island was the major topic of discussion. CBS's Anna Corin in Beijing.
Both sides knew the scorecard going in, but it was a stark warning from the get-go from the Chinese president. And where we go from here, it just depends. You know, we will wait to hear from President Trump. He's obviously been very constrained, hasn't spoken to the press, and that's adhering to protocols here in China.
Across Havana, Cuba, protests have been breaking out as the city deals with the worst rolling blackouts it has had in decades. An ongoing U.S. blockade has been cutting the island off from fuel imports. Cuban and U.S. officials say that CIA Director John Ratcliffe traveled to the island nation today and has met with officials including Raul Castro's grandson. They discussed intelligence cooperation, economic stability, and security issues. Also, CBS News has learned that the U.S. is moving to indict Raul Castro in connection with the downing of planes 3 years ago. Federal agents have arrested a tourist who allegedly hurled a large rock at a seal in Hawaii.
Witnesses recorded Igor Litvinchuk following the endangered Hawaiian monk seal along the shoreline of a beach in Lahaina, then tossing a huge rock at it, barely missing its head.
What are you doing?
Special agents from the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration arrested Litvinchuk near Seattle Wednesday and charged him with violating the Endangered Species Act and the Marine Mammal Protection Act. If convicted, he faces up to 2 years in prison and $70,000 in fines. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Let's start. See the cop walking there?
The stars shine brighter on CBS 1. This is a slam dunk.
See the police officer? He's walking over there. They're getting there. It's getting ready. You see that there? You see the officers? They're out of their cars.
64 degrees under mostly to partly sunny skies here in Chicago, but it's turning out to be partly to mostly cloudy with a couple of showers around towards daybreak, perhaps a rumble of thunderstorm. It's possibly happening, especially south of Chicago. It's going to be a low of 53 degrees tonight, but tomorrow we'll start the day with a shower in spots. Otherwise, periods of clouds and sunshine becoming breezy and warmer. A high of 74 degrees is expected, but tomorrow night partly to mostly cloudy with a thunderstorm in spots late. It's going to be a low near 60 degrees. Now we'll take a look at that AccuWeather 5-day forecast at 7:15. But right now, our top local story on News Radio WBBM starts now. The Chicago Fire Department is mourning the loss of the 30-year CFP veteran who died during a training exercise on the north side this afternoon. The fire officials say it happened just after 3 p.m. near Arthur and Kedzie in the West Rogers Park neighborhood. No other details were provided, including if the member was a firefighter, EMT, or paramedic. A procession to the Cook County Medical Examiner's office is expected to start this evening. In the meantime, staying comfortable during Chicago's unpredictable spring and fall could be easier for people living in some older apartments and condos. WBBM political editor Jeff Buckles reports it's under a proposal that has cleared a hurdle in City Council.
On April 29th, Chicago's official low temperature was 40 degrees. 2 weeks earlier, it was 60.
Climate change is real, and this is having a huge impact.
And Northside Alderwoman Maria Hatton says the proposal from her colleague Angela Clay could help save lives in buildings with older heating and cooling systems.
This is meaningful.
The focus here is on buildings with what's called two-pipe systems, where there's literally one pipe for warm air and one pipe for cool, and when the seasons change, someone has to physically swap one pipe for another. Alderwoman Clay's plan would give building owners more time to switch those pipes over to keep a minimum temperature of 64 degrees.
In the spring by a month, and then in the fall going into the winter months by 2 weeks.
Yes, she says it doesn't seem like a lot of time, but the flexibility is important to make sure people can stay safe.
I know you're like, wow, 2 weeks. No, that's a huge deal.
It's now headed for the full council. We're at City Hall. Jeff Buckles, News Radio 1059, WBBM.
Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson says he'll share a message of thanks and gratitude when he visits Chicago-born Pope Leo at the Vatican this month. The mayor is set to leave May 26 for a visit to Rome and the Vatican. During an extended interview in his City Hall office, he told WBBM News Radio that he and the Pope are aligned on a number of spiritual issues despite their different religious traditions.
Whether it's undocumented families being targeted, the fact that not just immigrant rights are...
I hear the helicopter above us. Again, we're gonna, it looks like it's starting. See the copter? Should I restart the video or not? What do you think? Alright, yeah, I'm gonna restart the video. Well, I don't see it coming yet. Well, I gotta cut it off because we're at 7, right?
Insurance companies to notify customers.
Yeah, there's a helicopter above us. See that there?
30 days in advance.
Oh yeah, it's starting. So, you see the helicopters hovering above. So we're gonna. It's 7:06 p.m. May 14, 2026. We're gonna shut this down and start the procession for the fallen firefighter. All right, take it easy, everybody. Thanks for watching.